What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, man. Check it out. Logan in the building. First up, what's good with you? So we talking Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather fight. Genius or stupid? Basically, that's what the discussion is today. Everybody, Chin Smoke in the building. What's good with the Chin Smoke? Appreciate you coming through. Let me drop this link in the chat for anybody want to come up, talk about today's topic. Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. What's up, Willie Williams? Oh, man, sorry about that. Let me get this in right quick. All right, put this link in the chat. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I want to get you guys' ideas on this. I put it in the description, like, some of what I wanted to talk about today. And so, first, I started off from the side of the boxing fan, you know, and then it depends on too what boxing fan you're talking about. So there's the link for anybody that want to join the chat. And then it depends on what boxing fan you're talking about, because you got casual fans, social fans, and then you got diehard boxing fans. And so, what does it mean to the fans? I think to the fans overall, it's a fight that a lot of people are going to watch. To the casual fans, they'll watch it for sure. Social fans, they may find some interest in it, but to the diehard fans, it's a ridiculously stupid fight. So that's the first thing to say from the fans' perspective. I think if we say fans, we can't just generalize that, because there's a lot of different fans out there. Willie Williams in the building, prime fight champion. What's good with you, my friend? Junior Moreno, what's up, bro? Carlos Mendoza, Mayweather. Fight is the best. Big Show, Conor McGregor, Tenshin, Nakasawa, now Logan Paul. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, out of the show fights, I would agree. Conor Mayweather, because at least he was Tenshin is actually an athlete too. But Conor McGregor was more of an athlete that had a chance to actually do something to Floyd in the ring. Although it was a slim chance, Carlos, he did have a chance because he fought Floyd a couple of times real clean. And, you know, I would have to believe Floyd been hit harder than that before. Boxers generally hit harder than MMA fighters, even if they catch clean. A guy like Marcos McDonald, I'm pretty sure he hits harder than Conor McGregor. Sure. So Floyd's been hit hard. And Manny Pacquiao definitely hits harder than Conor McGregor. Floyd's been hit hard, so when Conor did catch him, I mean, it's just Floyd taking a hit. It's not like he can't take a punch. He's a boxer. So if anybody had a chance to do anything to Floyd, it would have been Conor McGregor. Freaking Tension, man. He's a elite kickboxer. He is, but he's small and he's not a boxer. And what happened to him with Floyd was playing with the kid. And so the same thing with Logan Paul here. He's bigger than Floyd and all of that, but we were talking about this earlier on Red Glove Militant's channel, and I say it'd be something pretty interesting to talk about today. Brian Harkin, hell yeah, we talking about it. Click the link and come give me your opinion, Brian. That's what we're talking about today. My man Justin Trouble in the building. What's good with you, Justin Trouble? Salute D Def. I need that stupid. Man, all right. See, here's the thing, Justin. Here's the thing, fam. You're not the only one, fam. I got a lot of people asking me for the shirts, the sweatshirts, the hats and shit. Uh Setting up the whole merchandise thing is the issue. It's not about money. It's just about time. I don't want to put out no bullshit. You see, like this the graphic, the embroidered shit on the hat like this. I want like some good quality shit. You know what I mean? Um, I got this hat back in the '90s at the All-Star game. No, it was the early 2000s at the All-Star game. But everything's embroidered on this hat, like real good quality. So I want quality like that. I don't want to just put out no garbage, right? So I'm bringing it. I'm working on the merch right now, fam. But give me some time on that. But I'm definitely gonna hit you first, bro, for sure. I know you've been like here since damn near since day one. But my man, appreciate you for the super chat. That's you, bro. Brian Harkin. Yeah, we talking about this bullshit, Brian. We gotta talk about it, bro. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, we gotta, but I don't wanna. So I'm just gonna put it like that.
But check it out though. Even more or less, like, excuse me. All right, so check it out. I want to put this up right quick. And because this is the whole thing with this. You know me and the freaky thumbnails. I like to. All right, so let me move this out the way, right? And I put it like that for a reason. I put the title like that for a reason. Is this fight genius or stupid? Right? So I put genius where it could be and stupid where it could be. Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Logan Paul don't have a chance in hell at beating Floyd Mayweather in this fight. So let's get that shit out. I don't care how much you hate Floyd. I don't care how small you think Floyd is. I don't give a rat's ass what you think about Floyd. If you ask me to put a number on this fight, I'm going to say 100-0. Period.
Yeah.
100-0. Like no chance, no puncher's chance, not a slim chance in hell does he have a chance to win this fight. So the stupid is on his side, and it's on his side for a reason. Is it genius? And what I want to talk about is it genius? Is it because of Floyd Mayweather and what he's doing? And simply money, guys. Listen, 21 million followers this kid has. Subscribers, 21 million subscribers this dude has. Okay? And I don't give a damn what age range they are. People that are not fans of boxing. What is a big influence worldwide? The hip hop culture. The hip hop culture is very, very, very big worldwide. Now, Floyd Mayweather, because of 50 Cent and their back and forth beef and friends again and back and forth beef, he's embedded in the hip hop culture, right?
Yeah.
The hip hop culture also clashes with the social media culture. It's safe to say, even the kids out there that don't know a goddamn thing about boxing know the name Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
So, is this genius or stupid? In a sense, you might have to say it's both. And I broke down the aspect of the boxing fan. When you say, okay, what does this mean for the boxing fan? Well, you got to first separate the fans and separate the fan base. You have the casual fan, you have the social fan, and then you have the diehard fans. For the diehard fans, I think everybody would agree that it's stupid. Well, we would be on the stupid side. It's worthless. Floyd will beat the shit out of the kid. I don't really want to entertain the fight. Now, for the social fans, that's interesting. That's an interesting fight for the social fans. And for the casuals, they're going to love it, right? So if we say in general, what does this mean for the boxing fans, then they mean a lot to the boxing fans. They may not mean shit to us. Boxing fans in general, what does this mean? They very well mean a lot. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, can I put it to you like this? That guy yesterday, Logan Paul. First time I ever heard his name yesterday.
You did? You don't remember the fight that Eddie Hearn threw on? He had
no. Once I heard it was two celebrities, I didn't even know the names. I just skipped that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what I mean? It was this guy. It was him. Same guy.
Yeah.
And then he threw one on with his brother as well, Jake Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I found out yesterday. So, But in general, I've never heard of this guy. So,
Right.
that
He's a
tells you where
YouTuber.
I am with social media.
Well, he's a YouTuber, so it's a little less than social media because you are on YouTube, but you're not in that community where he's in. You know what I mean? Not that YouTube community, but he's a super, super big YouTuber. I mean, he's not the biggest. And I heard someone mention his numbers before, the like PewDiePie, which is the biggest YouTuber. He's like got 109 million subscribers and shit, right? But 21 million subscribers ain't shabby. So don't compare him to PewDiePie. Compare him to every fucking body else
I
on
don't even know who
YouTube.
PewDiePie is as well.
Right,
So,
right, because he's the top guy. But you compare him to every other YouTuber, fucking 21 million is amazing. That's his checks every month are fucking stupid. I can guarantee you. So my thing is like this kid is widely known. He's got a lot of fucking subscribers. This shit is gonna sell. If they just sold just to his subscribers base, that's going to beat any number in boxing right now, just to his subscriber base. But there's a lot of people that love Floyd and going to pay for Floyd fight just because it's fucking Floyd, and they're casual. So this fight is going to make a lot of money.
yeah,
Going to make a
probably will.
lot of money.
Yeah.
You give me a fight right now in boxing that could rival this. Potentially, I don't even think Joshua Fury will rival this. Potentially, we're going to have to see how they market it.
Not money wise.
No, that's what I'm talking here now. I'm just talking
boxing.
money.
Yeah, boxing is a niche. Money. Boxing is a niche sport these days, and not everyone knows the name Tyson Fury. Not everyone knows the name Anthony Joshua, right? I know the name. I know the name Floyd Mayweather. I never heard of this guy properly till yesterday. I never really looked into him. So, and I only heard it in Johnny Boy's stream. I heard he boxed a few rounds. Actually, I went back last night and watched a couple of his rounds, and I was like, this guy has no fucking chance against Mayweather. Absolutely none.
None.
So, I think I watched 2 rounds. I was like, I couldn't be bothered watching this. He was fighting someone KSI or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, too. You don't know him. You never heard of him, but guess what, Brian? Guess what?
Yeah, a lot of people have.
21 million people have. You understand what I'm saying? So you ain't never heard a damn thing about him. Cool. I get that perspective. I understand that 21 million people have heard of him. And that's what's important. That's what Floyd Mayweather is looking at. And that's what this discussion is about, because 21 million people have heard this dude's name. And that's just important. Bang, boxing in the building. What's good with you, fam?
Salute, fam. Just chiming in on the big news of today, the Floyd and Jake Paul fight.
Yeah. What you think, dog? What you think? Did you see the let me put that back up for you. You see the thumbnail that I was talking about right there? You know what I mean? Man. And that's what the discussion is today, because a lot of hardcore boxing fans are going to be pissed off at this fight, understandably so. But the question is, you look at the overall landscape of boxing right now and everything, right? And then you look at the money that it could potentially bring in. Is this fight genius or stupid? And I put stupid on Jake Paul's side for a reason. I mean, Logan Paul's side for a reason, because, dude, you're not winning this fight no matter what the fuck happens. You're not going to win. And most likely, Floyd's going to put him away, or at least get the rep.
But check this out, though. What about the casual fan that's like a Jake Paul fan, and it's like, man, Jake is big, man. Shit, Floyd is like 5'8". Jake is like whatever. Jake's so big, he got a chance, man. Let's get the fight. Man, this fight is gonna sell, bro. It's gonna sell more than the Japanese fighter.
Yeah.
I think Floyd is a genius, bro. And Jake Paul gonna ride that wave, man. And shoot, man.
He's gonna be up to like 40 million subscribers after this fight. Trust and believe, this shit is beneficial for both sides. Jake Paul, no, it's an exhibition fight, first off. So it's exhibition, right? And so I guess Jake Paul, I don't know if it's not going to be any kind of weight clause. It's an exhibition fight. So the motherfucker can come in as big as he wants. But Jake Paul don't know. His team may know is you don't want to come in, but so big. Because the bigger you come in, the worse it's going to be for you, fucking Floyd Mayweather, right? So either way, he's in a catch, a catch-22 situation as far as winning the fight. But the money side of it, and I don't like people say, oh, I don't care about the money. That's just hardcore boxing fans. So I get you guys. But we look at what this means to boxing in general. It's a bad time in boxing. And it brings attention to the sport. Once they see Floyd Mayweather, little old Floyd, casual fans now, guys, I'm coming from the perspective of a casual fan. Once they see little old Floyd beat up this big Logan Paul, man, let's see what else is going on in boxing. It's actually going to draw people to boxing just because they're going to, let's see what else is going on in boxing. How that little old guy beat that big old guy up like that. Let's see what the sport is about. So for the sport of boxing, for the many, 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 many eyes it's going to bring to the sport and the state that boxing is in, cannot hate on this fight, hardcore boxing fans, but so much. You have to take everything into account. That's why I wanted to have this discussion. And, that's what the fucking thumbnail is about. Is this fight genius on the Floyd part? Because I'll win the fight. I'll make a ton of money. I'll bring us attention to boxing. Or is it stupid on the Logan Paul side, which concerning the fight only? Because the business side of it for Logan is even massive, right? Even for Logan is massive. Everybody that gets into a Floyd Mayweather fight gets what?
Hey, D,
yeah, it's all about the money, but
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, go ahead. Let that game jump in there right quick.
Sorry.
Brian.
Well, can I say? I want to say this, and I'm going to say it's genius because you got to look at the dynamics of an average white guy have a possibility of beating the best boxer today.
In this generation, right? In this generation,
right? So, bro, this fight is so genius. And I'm hearing people say, why wouldn't he fight KSI? KSI won. But this fight with Logan Paul is massive, way massive than a KSI Floyd fight. I mean, just the dynamics of it, bro. The image. Jake Paul gonna sell it. Jake Paul gonna sell it. Floyd gonna sell it. It's gonna be good, man. All it is. I just want to let the real boxers understand it's just entertainment. It's just for our entertainment. It's nothing to really hate on. It's just entertainment. And let's see Floyd in the ring do his little thing. He's just gonna walk him down, carry him for about 5 rounds, and take him out at about 8 or 9. I think.
Well, I don't even know if it's gonna go 8 or 9. I don't know what the round count is. I do know that they're setting it as an exhibition match, so probably I would say that it goes 6 rounds maybe, but it might might be an 8 rounder. I'm not sure because this dude's really a boxer. I'm not sure if they had gotten licensed or whatever when they boxed before. Yeah. But one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain, Day Game. This is what I wanted to say, and Brian, I'm gonna let you jump in there after this. I don't give a damn what perspective we put on it on this goddamn show or any other show. That fight gonna be fucking hated on. You understand? That fight is gonna be hated on, and there ain't no doubt in my mind that people gonna hate on the fight. I'm just trying to bring perspective to the fight, just like the points that you just brought up. I agree with those points, and those are the points that I say the genius side of this fight. Because of the money that it's going to bring, and I think that it's going to bring a lot of attention to boxing. Here's the thing. The KSI versus Logan Paul brought attention to boxing. The Jake Paul and the big nose guy, I don't even remember his name, that brought attention to boxing. Because between those 2 fights, you're talking 80 plus million YouTubers that could have been involved. 80 plus million people, guys, right? This sport is ranked number 11th in this country. So that was huge attention to this sport. These guys are huge American YouTubers. And so no matter how you chop it up, that's going to bring a lot of attention to the sport we love. And so the genius side of it, look, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best promoters and works. But to get fights happening, to make money, to drive views in, you can't deny that Floyd Mayweather knows how to get that done. Who got paid fucking $10 million for 90 seconds against Symst. $10 million for 92 seconds. Come on, guys. This dude knows how to bring that money in. Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian, jump in there.
Okay. Well, if we're going to criticize Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis, if we're going to criticize Gary Russell Jr. versus Devin Haney, if we're going to criticize Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr.
I didn't hear too much criticism on that.
Okay, but you know, like, you know, 2 50-year-olds fighting each other, you know, like in that way, you know, like, you know, two guys past their best, then I'm definitely going to criticize this fight. I think this is a mockery of boxing, right? Floyd's going to go in there, he's going to whip this guy's ass, he's going to go home, he's going to make his money. But I think Floyd at this point is mocking boxing, at least. And I heard these same arguments with Conor McGregor, that you know, it's going to get a lot of eyes on the sport. It really hasn't. It was a novelty fight, and once the fight was over, MMA fans went back to the MMA, and boxing fans went back to boxing. And more eyes.
Yeah, Brian. I gotta disagree.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, hold on, real quick, Day Gang. I gotta disagree with that, Brian, because I'm in the MMA community, and that's just simply not true. It caused a lot of cross support. A lot of MMA fans started watching boxing behind that, and vice versa. So, and I know this for a fact. I mean, you just go on Ariel Hawande's podcast or Joe Rogan's podcast or any of those guys over there. It did cause a spark. You even had after that fight, and still to this day, you have MMA guys reporting and talking about boxing on their podcast. That wasn't happening before that fight with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Period. It wasn't. MMA goes on an MMA podcast, and you heard about MMA news, maybe something social. And now they're talking about boxing. That fight was the catalyst for that. You understand? And vice versa. You hear boxing channels, look at Showbiz the Adult.
Yeah.
What about MMA? So you got to understand that stemmed from that fight. So to say that it didn't bring any attention from the other fans, that's simply not true.
Okay, brought some attention. Okay, but what I meant by is it's still the 11th sport in America. You know.
Yeah, so but you know what? Hold on. It was at 15. We were at 15. Boxing was at 15. Badminton was in front of boxing at one point in America. Badminton.
Jeez.
Fucking watching a goddamn birdie go across the net was in front of boxing. And now it is 11th. So again, you can't even use that point, fam. I'm telling you, it brought attention. These type of things we don't like as hardcore boxing fans. But to say that it doesn't bring attention, we're just being angry because we're hardcore boxing fans. The facts of the matter is these types of silly fucking goofy fights, they do bring attention to boxing. They do. And this is why I'm bringing this live up, because for all my hardcore boxing fans, fellow hardcore boxing fans, we got to accept the facts. Jump in there, Dick Gang. Go ahead, because Dick Gang wanted to say something.
Well, what I was going to chime in on what the other caller said was I kind of disagree, because my little sister, she's not in boxing at all. And when the Floyd and Conor was being made, she called me talking about Conor is about to whip on Floyd. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? Look, they bought the fight. She has never bought a pay-per-view boxing match in her life. And she bought the fight. So, and there's thousands of people like that that's so casual to where just the image of it, they're going to buy it, man. And it's going to be pumped up and hyped up. And like you said, D, people from other genres is going to start talking about it. You know, people that talk about whatever, food shows is going to, Floyd and Jake Paul is about to fight. So it's going to be all over the place. I'm already seeing other genres of YouTubers talking about this fight. So it's going to go beyond, this is beyond boxing. This is entertainment. It's almost like WWE type stuff. It's pure entertainment.
All of those channels that talk about social shit, like the young NBA Young Flyboy, Jay Prince beef. I talked about that on it. All of those channels that talk about stuff, Megan Thee Stallion getting stabbed by Tory Lanez, they're gonna be talking about this. And they don't have shit to do with boxing. But they're gonna be talking about this, trust me, because Jake Paul is on one side of that, Floyd Mayweather's inside of the hip hop community. This fight's gonna be talked about on those channels that's in a total different community of boxing. But it's going to be talked about. And that's the thing. That brings attention and awareness to the sport, whether hardcore fans fucking like it or not. That is just the facts of the goddamn matter. Hey, I know you joking, so I'm not even gonna fuck with you. Hey, I was just trying to get me started this morning. What's up? Hey, I was in the building. He said Logan Paul is a beast if he lands off. I know you fucking joking. What I don't understand is how you're gonna go into fighting the original guy who lost. Yeah. I mean, it's the boxing side of it, guys. No sense in it. So here go AR. In all seriousness, we don't even need. Okay, yeah, I knew you was joking. AR trying to spark me off. Nope, I'm reading now. AR, I'm on calm today. No more of that hyper shit. We on calm today. What's up, Mark? Mark in the building. What do you think about this great fight, Mark? Hold on, Mark. Before you answer that, let me put this up. There you go.
It's genius. It's genius.
Break it down, Mark. Break it down.
The reason it's genius is because Floyd isn't an active professional boxer anymore, right? So that's the first thing that people need to remember. This isn't a man who's coming back to have a fight for a world title. Secondly, he's taken on one of the most infamous names in all of social media, Logan Paul. There's a lot of people who have a complete disdain for Logan Paul, and the idea of him going in there with a professional boxer, they'll enjoy watching him get whooped up. And when I say a disdain, it's got things to do with stuff that happened in a Japanese forest. For anyone who doesn't know the story, you should probably just Google. Yeah, that's him. That's him. That's him.
Okay. That's where I heard of him before, but I wasn't sure if it was him or someone else. Right.
Secondly, there isn't a lot going on in the world of sport, so both men are able to capitalize off it and make a lot of money. It's going to cross over all across the world pretty much because social media, and then Floyd is returning. Me personally, I don't really care about the fight. I don't care about events. I don't give a shit. I'll probably never see it. But it's going to make a fuck ton of money.
Indeed.
It's not just because of Floyd. It's because Logan is hated as well. He is hated, and there's nothing people want to see more than someone who's that general. Like, he has a big fan base that like him, but there's a lot of people who want to see Logan Paul get beat up. And then there's a lot of people who are dumb enough to think, oh, just because Floyd has been retired for a couple of years and Logan Paul's 200 pounds, Logan Paul's going to be able to beat him. People will actually buy into that dumbass shit, like the idea that Floyd Mayweather can lose to a fucking person who's boxed twice in his life and lost both times. I don't even know.
Not happening. Yeah. Lady Jack, what's good with you, Lady Jack? Let me catch some people right quick, guys. Scott Brown in the building. What's up? Floyd has to go. I mean, has a good chin for Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul not gonna be able to KO Floyd. Buddy Aces in the building. What's good with your buddy Aces? Iceman, what's good, Iceman? He said, don't you think Floyd is bringing casual eyes to the dying sport of boxing by doing these popular? Yes, that's what we're talking about for sure. Troll Network. What's up with you, Troll Network? Appreciate you, Anthony R. in the building. Prime Fight Champion. All right, man. Let me slide on down, guys. But who was that? DJ, Big DJ in the building. What's good with you, Brock? MMA Locker Room. My man, Mills. Hey, man. Appreciate you coming through, Mills. Y'all go check them out. Pub Sports. Then get y'all some money, Mills, and that bet your lunch money. Mills is on fire, man. Y'all check him out. Philo, what's good with your Philo? Pigeon in the building. Chopstick, what's up? Jay Kyle. All right, guys. Who's that one to jump in? Somebody wanted to say something. Dead Gang, was that you?
Yeah. Well. All I was gonna say is, I'm gonna speak as a mind of a casual. What if Jake Land won and stop him? What if? That's what we're gonna have to. That's how it's gonna have to build up. You know, what if the big man land on the little man? It's boxing. Like they say, it only takes one punch. You know? And how big would the rematch be? You know, that's what the casuals need to start talking about.
Look, big game. Let's be honest. Now, this is between you and I, because you fucking know boxing. If some shit like that was to happen, Floyd would generally be taking a fucking dive. Floyd Mayweather would be taking a dive. No fucking way this motherfucker's knocking Floyd out. No way. It would be a dive, fam.
Hey man, it would be awesome though. It would be a build up to a second awesome fight, dive. Bro. It would be great, bro. You know, and that's what the casuals need to build, man. All it takes is one punch. The big man needs to hit the little man, and that's it, bro. You know, and we got a round two. Then we got a second fight, making more million, and it's not going to be on Floyd's resume.
They need to get you. They need to get you on the motherfucking promotional team with that bullshit. They need to hire you right now, Dan Game. Hire this man.
That is BS I've ever heard. BS, right? If this fight's signed,
man, look,
yes, it's signed. It's signed.
It might as well be, Brian, because I'm gonna tell you something. This is a money bag fight. You can guarantee that Boxing Monster, what's good with you? This is a money bag fight, Brian. And no matter how many hardcore boxing fans don't want it, don't turn your fucking TV on because this motherfucker's going down. You can believe that.
Well, I will. Out of protest, I will not watch it. So simple. Out of protest, I think it's a mockery of the. I know it would bring ice to the sport, but I think also it's a mockery. So
I would tell you like this. Let me say this real quick, Brian. I think that a lot of hardcore boxing fans that is taking that stance, like you, and say, "I'm not watching this shit." Joe, what's up with you? Fish, what's up? I think that they will end up watching it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Man, they're gonna put something else on that card. They're gonna put something on that card intriguing for the boxing fans. Something intriguing is gonna be on that card for the boxing fans. And a lot of boxing fans is talking that shit right now because they haven't mentioned the undercard to my knowledge. But a lot of boxing fans is talking that shit right now. Going to end up tuning in because it's going to be something else on that card. It's going to make it interesting for them. Now, hold on right quick. They may cut the fight off or claim that they're going to cut the fight off when Floyd gets in the ring with Logan Paul, but who knows? I think half of them will be just selling fucking wolf tickets, and they'll be there with their eyes glued in. And the next day they'll be like, "Did you see what happened, man? That was ridiculous." Well, how the fuck did you see? Did you watch it? You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen, man. Like,
I'm not watching it. But let me put it to you like this, right? Boxing should do a better boxing of promoting the younger boxers coming through. If boxing has to utilize a 42, 43-year-old man as its number one selling point, then why hasn't boxing not created any stars? Why is boxing not doing a better job of promoting itself and its sport to the average of just one or two fighters? That's the way it's been over the last 15 years, right? Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Names go together.
I got you, Brian, but let me give you one good reason why. COVID. So, I mean, we can get mad at this shit, but there's one good reason for you right there, Brian. COVID. Okay? That's just one reason why. So we can ask for all of these things we had in the 90s and the glory days. But even before the fucking pandemic, we didn't have that. We can sit up here and bitch about all of that shit. But we didn't have that before the pandemic. Now we have the pandemic. So one good reason, one good answer to your question is fucking COVID. Now, Brian, what do you do to rectify that problem? And again, whether you don't like it or not, this is something that's actually going to rectify that problem. Hardcore fans are going to bitch and moan and cry about this shit. And I get it. I'm with you guys. It's a senseless fight. No way I think fucking Brian Harkin. I'm sorry, not Brian Harkin. I know you ain't going to fight Floyd, but no way do I think Logan Paul can beat fucking Floyd Mayweather. No way. And I'm with you on that. But when we look at the landscape of boxing, the pandemic and everything, man, hardcore fans can cry all the fuck they want. This fight had to happen.
Period. Give me 10 million, I'll fight Floyd.
Give me 10 and I'll fight that fucker too.
Can I come in on something? Because
Jump in there, Mark. Jump in.
I want to defend my spar from Brian because I don't understand what he's saying. Brian, you keep saying, like, why isn't boxing doing a better job promoting itself? Why isn't boxing doing this? Why isn't boxing doing that? I'm going to ask you a question. Does a cake eat itself? Does water drink itself?
No.
It's never the product. It's never the product. Boxing itself is a fine product, can be bought, can be sold.
Yeah.
How come Tyson Fury? I'm gonna ask this. How come what the fuck? Why is there a cock on my screen?
On a leash. A cock on the leash.
That's my cock.
Why isn't Tyson Fury a big enough name to stop these guys? Is it because of boxing? No, because they're all fighting in boxing as well. That's what they're doing. Anthony Joshua, why isn't he a big enough name to stop this? Why isn't Canelo? Why aren't all of these guys? Because they are the problem. The promoters are the problem. You can't turn around and say boxing is the problem. This is a mockery of boxing.
Okay, right.
No, hold on.
Let him finish, Brian. Let him finish.
You can't say it's a mockery of boxing when they're not big enough. Our stars are a mockery of boxing themselves, if you think about it. Because they're not good enough to stop old people coming through.
Yeah. Okay. Can I rephrase? Can I rephrase, right? Okay, not boxing promote itself, but why isn't the promoters? Why isn't boxing better promoted? That's what Why? I might have missaid it. I might have. What I meant was came out the wrong way, Mark. But I think you get my point. Why aren't these fighters better promoted today? The younger generation.
Well, see, Brian, look, I get your point, and I get where you're coming from. And, although Speak Your Mind Sports Talk is small, people are going to talk about this. And that's why I want to put this perspective on, because I don't want you to think that you're a man on the island. There are going to be a lot of fucking hardcore boxing fans that have that exact same feeling that you have. The fucking mockery about sports. This shit is ridiculous and blah, 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 and all of that. And I get it. This is why we need to discuss these things, because although a lot of hardcore fans feel how ridiculous this fight is, they have to look at the other side, the things that it brings to this sport. Whether they want to accept it or not, it's going to bring a lot of attention to the sport. IBT says if this fight happens, I will simply laugh and move on, and that's acceptable. But at least millions and millions of people will not laugh and just move on. Millions and millions of people will watch the sport. That's exactly what will happen. And so these hardcore boxing fans are going to be angry. They're going to call it a mockery, but it's going to actually help the sport that they love. Whether they like it or not, it's going to help the sport that they love. Period.
I just wanted to say, like, why are promoters doing a better job or whatever, right? I'm going to ask a question. Anthony Joshua, right? Who's promoting him? Eddie Hearn, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn is where? He's all over the place 24/7. He puts in a lot of effort. I would say he might be one of the hardest working promoters in the history of this sport. One of the hardest working in the history of the sport. Now, on the other side of things, you ready for this? Who promoted Ali? Who promoted him? Ali did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
I know Don King had Mike Tyson. Was it Don King saying, "Oh, Mike Tyson's the greatest thing that promoted him," or was it Mike Tyson going in and knocking everybody the fuck out and looking like a fat motherfucker that promoted Mike Tyson?
Was Mike
only in America?
That didn't matter. Don King became more famous because of Mike Tyson. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. These guys need to be able to do that shit, man. Ray Leonard was a household name coming out of the Olympics. He didn't even need to throw a fucking punch. Everyone knew who he was already.
No. Sorry, Mark. Hell no. Me either. I said I'm watching it. I didn't say anything about paying for it.
But was boxing bigger?
Huh?
Was boxing bigger then or bigger now?
In my opinion, I think it was bigger then because it was actually a marquee sport. It was a marquee sport then.
It was on primetime TV.
Yeah, it was definitely bigger than that game. Fuck that. Yeah. Fuck social media and all of that shit. If it was bigger now, that game, we could get the crowds and attention that we got back then. Period. And it's a damn shame that we got all social media and all of these other platforms, but we still can't get the eyes on the sport that we did have back then. So you would just have to agree that it was much bigger back then. Ali was a worldwide star. Who the fuck in boxing can become a worldwide star today? Think about it. No fucking body. No fucking, not Canelo, not Joshua, not fucking sitting in anybody's household saying, oh yeah, Muhammad Ali. Ain't nobody gonna say no fucking Anthony Joshua. Ain't nobody gonna say no fucking Canelo. They might say who? Who is
the only worldwide star in boxing is coming to the very end of his career, like, and that's active, that has an active title or whatever, and that's Pac. He's the only one.
Yeah, the only one.
And a lot of that was all, like, I'm not saying it's just Floyd, but a good bit of that was Floyd as well. The main Pac.
Yeah, I was saying this last week, right? I was saying this last week. I think it was on your stream. I was either on Johnny Boy's stream, Mark. That I went down to a few friends who are not casuals of boxing. I showed them pictures of Canelo, and they were like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
And he's meant to be pound for pound.
People don't know guys like that, bro. They don't know. You ask, like Muhammad Ali. You look at LeBron James. He's a global star for sure. But Muhammad Ali reached a point where he was much larger than LeBron James.
Yeah.
Much larger than LeBron James. I don't give a fuck what nobody think. Like Muhammad Ali was at a point in this country especially and worldwide where he was much larger than LeBron James.
Yeah. My dad used to say about Muhammad Ali, he's the most famous person since Jesus.
Bro, he was freaking massive, and we don't have that type of attention. You have to have that type of attention in a sport for that athlete to become that massive. LeBron James is what he is because so many eyes worldwide are on American basketball. Ain't no fucking eyes worldwide on, especially American boxing like that, bro. They tired of the fucking yip yap with the money chasing and all the bullshit we do over here in America. Ain't nobody trying to fucking pay attention to that bullshit. We can't even get the goddamn best fights to happen. Jet Kyle said, Jeff Letitia, I think even if he tries to carry this guy, he will accidentally KO him. And that's the shit right there that's going to sell Jet Kyle. Because I don't give a fuck how he carries him or what. He ain't accidentally doing shit. The dude's not going to KO Floyd Mayweather. He hit fucking KSI clean. Did he cleanly KO him? Fuck no. It's just not going to happen. Like, come on, guys. Stop this nonsense. He's not knocking out Floyd Mayweather. Period. I don't care if he catches him clean. They gonna call him clean. Did he fucking go down? Fucking Sugar Shane Mosley wobble his leg. You think if fucking KSI wobble his leg, Floyd not gonna regain himself and beat the living shit out of this kid? Come on with that, bro.
Like, let's be real. Let's be real. Like, Logan Paul punches you in the face. Shane Mosley punches you in the face. What hurts more?
Definitely Shane fucking Mosley. Probably even at this age, because he has technique in that much.
Can I put it in a nice perspective? Who says Logan Paul didn't win land up Floyd Mayweather? I don't even see that happening.
Floyd could let him land a few. Floyd will probably, it don't matter really with Floyd. Floyd's got a very good chin, to be fair to him. He's got a very good chin. But if Floyd really wants to, really wants to, he can go in there, not throw a punch and win this fight. He can legitimately do that.
Yeah.
D Jeff, let's sell the fight, man. Let's sell the fight. Look, KSI got rocked by Paul and got 2 points taken off after he hit him behind the head. Jake Paul should have won that fight against KSI. If Jake Paul catch Floyd in the exchange, he can drop Floyd.
Well, look, check this out. Jake Paul definitely ain't never gonna catch Floyd.
It's Logan, by the way,
because Logan Paul is fighting him, not Jake. So Jake Paul ain't going to do a fucking thing to Floyd because it's
My
his brother.
bad, my bad, my bad.
No, I know what you meant. No, I just wanted to crack a joke. Nah, Jake Paul, that's his brother. And he fought the big nose kid, and Logan Paul's the other Cowboys fan. What's up, bro? He said, bro, I want to say Logan, but he's gonna get smoked. Yeah, exactly. Cowboy. He's gonna get smoked like a cigar. Smoke. Talk about smoke. Get this smoke in the building. Get this smoke.
But what we talking about today? What we talking about right now? We talking about Floyd and Logan, and that's gonna be talked about until this fight happens.
Yeah, of course. It
is. I agree.
Yeah, and I'd be forgotten about.
Like since this has been mentioned, this will tell you, Brian. Take this into perspective. Have you heard anybody say a word about Mike Tyson?
No, but then again, I've been on social media over the last night for a wee bit, but bar that, no.
I genuinely think more people will be interested in Floyd versus Logan than Roy versus Mike, which is actually sad, really.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, Roy Jones, I don't think Roy's name, because of the way his career went on and on and on and ended, I don't think Roy's name really matters as much as people would like it to. Roy was having to fight against bums out in Russia, bro.
Yeah. No, I know that. I do know that. And
somebody sent me a text.
Roy,
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, Roy and his youth, though. You know, that's a fight I would have loved to see 25 years ago. Roy and Mike.
In 1995?
Brad be fucking me up, bro, because he be pausing. I'm thinking he finished and shit. But no, somebody sent me a text saying that Roy Jones was rethinking the fight because of Mike's power. But I was like, Roy Jones should have thought about that before you even start talking that crazy shit. Because Mike Tyson was living at heavyweight, dude. You fucking moving up. Don't think about it now. Should have thought about that fucker when you start talking how Mike Tyson been out the ring and all of that. Motherfucker, he lived at heavyweight. He lived there.
Let me ask y'all an honest question, right? Who do you think would win? Logan Paul or Ted Cheeseman?
Ted Cheeseman will beat the shit out of Logan Paul, bro.
So, okay, who'd win? Ted Cheeseman or Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, funny. Marky funny.
Hey, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a heavyweight that can box, though. Look, Cheeseman is not bad as we thought, bro. Cheeseman, who did Cheeseman fight? This guy,
man. Ted Cheeseman's nice. That fight was Fitzgerald. That fight was good.
Eggman.
Yeah, Eggman, but his best fight was Fitzgerald. That fucking fight with Ted Cheeseman and Fitzgerald was a fucking war. But he's not even a heavyweight. He'll beat the fucking hell out of Logan Paul, dog. I'm guaranteeing you Ted Cheeseman will beat the shit out of Logan Paul.
I was watching that fight, eating an egg and cheese sandwich. Just for the crack.
I don't eat those. Yeah. Carlos, he said, Carlos, let me tell you something. Nope, not even, fam. Not even. He's not up there with Ali. Doggy, I don't know how long you've been watching this sport, but if you even think that, you fucking crazy as hell. Pacquiao is love.
I want to put this into perspective, like just real fast, right?
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao has had on Google in total 3.7 billion hits, right? And he's a modern guy. 3.7 billion hits, his name has been searched. When Muhammad Ali died, 4.4 billion people within a space of 2 days mentioned him on social media. 4.4 billion. And that was 50 years after he was actually who he was.
Yeah, bro.
It's not a competition. Muhammad Ali, Pacquiao is not the largest name on this planet. Muhammad Ali is known by everyone, bro. And this is 60 years past where he was. Like, it's not even a conversation. That man was the most famous. That dude was, I think at one point, the name Muhammad Ali was as known as the name Jesus.
It could have been like people used to make jokes about that, but Carlos, I don't even know how. I think you old enough. You should know this, Carlos. Fuck no. And then you got to think about this, Carlos. Again, Manny Pacquiao has his name. But let's be honest, his name is attached to Floyd Mayweather's. Ali's name wasn't attached to no fucking body. Ali's name was Ali's name. Carlos Mendoza. Like, keep it real. For as many people that know Floyd, they probably know Pacquiao and vice versa. Ali was Ali, dude. Like, he was the man. Like, oh, it's not even close. But I don't know. Like, people love Pacquiao so much, and I'm not saying you, Carlos, but people love Pacquiao so much they want to put him there. But bro, he's nowhere close to the aura that Ali had around this world.
Neither is Floyd.
Fuck no, not Floyd either. Neither of them. Like, nowhere fucking close. Not even a smitten.
Both together, not even.
Not even a smitten. Tony Reviews, what's good with you, fam?
What's going on, man? Y'all talking about like notoriety of boxers?
This what we're talking about, these two guys. But I just spoke on this comment here. He was like, everyone knows Pacquiao. He's up there with Ali. He's a global icon. He's also known around the world. And I'm like, no, the fuck, he's not up there with Ali. He's not even fucking close, man. He's not even in the atmosphere.
I would say the person who's ever come close, and he's not even on that level, like recognition-wise, would be Mike Tyson.
Michael Jordan? No, Michael Jordan. Well, okay.
No, I was going to say, outside of Mike Tyson, I don't think anybody's anywhere close to Ali's level of fame. I think
Jordan is over Tyson, bro. I got to disagree with you there. I'm talking about sports athletes. Michael fucking Jordan is over Mike Tyson.
I want to say this. As someone who's not from America, yeah? If you go around the streets of Ireland and you take a picture of Michael Jordan and a picture of Mike Tyson, now listen to me, and you say, pick that man out of a lineup, right? They'll walk up and they'll be like, that's Mike Tyson. And not everyone's going to do that with Jordan. Globally, Tyson was bigger.
Yeah, okay, Mark. That's not fair. Especially in fucking Ireland, because you guys bleed boxing.
No, I'm talking globally, though. I am talking globally.
Let me go now, fam. Hold the fuck up now. Because I'm not a diehard only. I'm not saying you only boxing, but I know how diehard you are in soccer and boxing. Okay, I like sports all around. Dude, I cannot agree with that with fucking Michael Jordan. I cannot agree with that, because what Michael Jordan did in the Olympics, the way he caused the fucking world to get better in boxing, the whole goddamn world, it's an argument there. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I'm going to say with Mike Tyson and Michael Jordan, it's a fucking argument, fam. It is a fucking huge argument of who was the biggest star. But I still say neither of those motherfuckers was close to Ali. So Manny Pacquiao, you can forget it, because he wasn't as big as Jordan or Mike Tyson. So fucking talking about him on an Ali statue, you can hang that shit up. I mean, let's get back to perspective. I don't want to argue Mike Tyson and Michael Jordan's aura around the world. I think that's a good argument. That's a good debate, though, because Michael Jordan was fucking massive, fam. Fucking massive.
Well, the thing is that I look at basketball, sports, the boxing. I look at it like this. Floyd Mayweather, whether he likes it or not, he goes synonymous with Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao vice versa. Both those guys really built a big following off of each other's names, because for years it was the question of who was better, who was better, who was better. People wanted to see them fight. So they, even though they're both self-made, they really built themselves off of each other's names. Whereas Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, they built themselves off their own name, their own achievements. So wow. I think both those fighters are still, I mean, look at it like this. Roy Jones could fight Logan Paul, but I think Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones is going to do bigger numbers, because Mike Tyson is just a bigger fighter. Like, more people are drawn to Mayweather in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. But back to these two guys. And Tony, let me put this back up, because I want to get your opinion on this here. But that was the thumbnail, Tony. So that's basically, what the discussion is. And, the idea is a lot of hardcore fans are going to be disgusted by this fight, right? there are a lot of elements of this fight that are just simply good for the sport of boxing. And my perspective, what do you think?
I think that it is both genius and stupid. I think it's genius because you're going to really get a firsthand, for people who don't know boxing, that only know YouTube stars, they're going to get a firsthand lesson of the athleticism it takes to box. They're going to see firsthand how skillful you have to be in that ring by what Mayweather is about to do to him. So it might draw in new fans. So by this, you get a brand new audience seeing boxing, maybe for the first time. And after Mayweather toys with him, they may really enjoy that and then follow boxing more. It's stupid because anybody who follows boxing knows that Logan stands zero chance. There is no chance. Like, he cannot beat Floyd. I don't care if he comes in 350 pounds. He can't beat him. He's just on that skill level. But it's also genius for Floyd because he's going to make so much fucking money, and so is Logan. So it's genius and stupid at the same time, in my opinion.
Right. No, I can respect that perspective because I expected to hear that from somebody that is genius and is stupid, because again, to all my diehard boxing fans, I'm not arguing with you. It's a ridiculous fight. Yeah, I ain't gonna argue that. Floyd is gonna beat him, hands down. No intrigue. I talked about that type of situation, but more or less when it comes to two boxers, when there's a fight that really is not intriguing to me, no challenge. Devin Haney, Gary Russell. I see fucking no interest in that fight. So intrigue level, this is even less. Because this fight is 100% to none. 100 to Floyd, and damn, it's backward shit, but 100 to Floyd and none to fucking Logan Paul. 0%, in my opinion. A win-lose ratio. So that fight on that level, hardcore boxing fan, yeah, of course, no intrigue. But the card, the undercard, the event, I'm watching this shit. I don't give a fuck how mad hardcore boxing fans are about this goddamn fight. I'm gonna watch it. Am I gonna pay for it? No. I'll go to somebody's house or I'll watch it somehow, but I ain't paying for the shit, but I will watch it. Tone said, "What's up, D? To answer your question, the fight is just another money-grabbing spectacle, straight garbage for fans of the sport of boxing. However, kids and childlike minds will love it." Enough said. Yeah, and like I said too, dog, I just think certain fans will. Y'all go ahead. Somebody take it.
Hey, what do you think if we put the Haney Russell undercard on that fight? Because Haney fought on the Jake Paul's undercard already.
That's interesting to me. That's another bullshit fight. So, hey, you're muted.
Yeah, he's doing something. He's on the phone.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if I agree with the Haney Gary Russell being a bullshit fight. I don't know if I agree with that at all because I know Devin Haney's the bigger fighter, but he's nowhere. He hasn't been in there with the competition like Gary. So experience is going to be on Gary's side, and it's going to be, can experience overcome youth and size, and I think it makes for a good matchup.
I will say one thing. I think there's two ways to look at experience. Gary has more experience for sure in a boxing ring and at world level. Devin Haney has more experience fighting at 135 pounds because Gary's never fought there. And Gary's not even a big featherweight, bro. He's actually a small featherweight.
David versus Goliath, man. We can make the money with it, bro. You got little Floyd, little Gary against big, two big guys. Let's make the fight. David versus Goliath, man. That's a good selling point.
I'm making a prediction right now because I've been listening to a lot of stuff and how the talk's been going. November 7th, Devin Haney will take on Yuriorkis Gamboa, not Gary Russell.
No, I agree.
I can see that.
I can see it.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I think that would be a good idea, though. I don't know, but that's what I was saying earlier. Something interesting is going to be on this card too, bro. And I think that what you guys are talking about, that sounds good. So I don't know. It's going to be some interesting fights. But look, I want to put this out real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I want to put that up. So, guys, I'm getting ready to be a grandpappy. Those are ultrasound pictures sent from
that's cool.
One of my children.
Congratulations,
appreciate
D.
that.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. So finally, at the age of 45, one of my children decided, you know what, Dad? Time for you to be a grandpappy.
Okay.
I don't even know how to feel about that shit. Like, am I ready? Am I not ready? Or whatever, right? But look, I want to ask y'all this, right? This is what I wanted to do right quick. Hold on. So one of my kids did decide to send me ultrasound pictures and tell me that I'm about to be a grandpappy. So, uh, which one do y'all think it is? And of course, we know it's not this one because she's only 10. So don't nobody be a fucking idiot. So, which one of y'all? Which one of my lovely 24, 22, and 20? Which one of my lovely kids do y'all think is making D. Jefferson a grandpappy? That's the question.
22.
22? 2-year-old. That's my daughter that's here. She's in college. Who else? What you say, gang? Which one?
I say your son, the 20-year-old with the red shirt.
The 20-year-old? Okay,
I think
Brian, which one do you think?
I'll pick the spread. I'll go for
Brian,
24.
which one do you think?
I'll take the spread.
Hold on. How recent are those ultrasounds? Like, did the individual just get them and they just got sent to you, or are they a few days old?
They just sent them to me yesterday.
No, I mean, like, when did they get the ultrasound done?
The day before yesterday.
So there was a day delay. I'm gonna go with the boy.
The boy?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
Yeah, that's not fucking fair. That's Tony. Fuck out of here with doing the ducking with your Sherlock Holmes.
I want y'all to put it in the chat. I'm going to reveal the answer. I want y'all to put it in the chat. Was it my 20-year-old son, my 22-year-old daughter, or my 24-year-old daughter? And then I will reveal the answer of which one of those.
I'm sticking with 22. You say she's in college? Yeah, 22.
Yes, both of them are college. My 24-year-old, my 22-year-old. My son works at Amazon.
Oh shit! Okay.
There it is.
There it is. There it is.
Jack Kyle said, "Oh, he said Floyd top 20." All right, y'all put it in the chat. Carlos said the 20-year-old. He said my boy. Jay said my daughter, my 22-year-old daughter. Jen said Grandpapa D. Congrats. Thanks, guys. Thanks, that guy. So y'all, which one, guys? The 20-year-old son, 22-year-old daughter, 24. I'm gonna reveal the answer in a little while. We're gonna get back to this. I ain't gonna forget. I'll let y'all know which one sent me those ultrasound pictures. Raider said my 20-year-old son.
Just by the way D's reacting, it's the 20-year-old son, man.
No, I just like the fact. I think some people get scared that they get ready to be a grandpappy. You know what I mean? I ain't really scared of it. That's just I get joy out of this. So that's my reaction, dog. It's like real joy. You know what I mean? I finally get to be the granddad.
D, the grandfather Jefferson.
Yeah, the grandfather Jefferson. No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I mean, you smiling, you look so happy right now, bro. But man, my oldest daughter's only 13, so we can't even think about no foolishness like that. But man,
all my kids are grown, but I still have a 10-year-old, right? So I'm ready. You know what the beautiful thing about that I think about being a grandparent is sending the little motherfucker home. So it's my child. I got no choice. Getting on my nerves. Okay, time to go home. Time to go. Go get him a goddamn headache. No, but it's gonna be fun, man. I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of him or her, whichever one it is. You know what I mean? just go. I'm not like I'm good. Monte Carlo said, "My boy." Ref said, "My boy." Yeah.
He just did a Freudian slip. He said him.
Yes, he did.
He said him for the baby, which means it's from his son because he's expecting his son to have a son.
Although, to be fair, no, hold on. To be fair, Tony, to be fair, D won't ever admit this, but there is a possibility that could have been a Freudian slip of what he would prefer it to be, because D has way more daughters than he has a son.
That might be true because I do want a grandson. So you might have pulled something out of there. Like I might have just did that, so, unconsciously just did that. So you might be right because I do hope that it's a grandson. I'm not gonna lie. So you might.
I did that a lot before I knew the gender of my baby. He's going to be this, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't about if it was my daughter or my son, Tony. I was talking about the child. I think Mark might be right because I do want a grandson, but I wanted to be fair and say, or her, be a girl. I want to keep it fair. Y'all put the votes in. 20-year-old son, 22-year-old daughter, 20-year-old daughter. Most of y'all got it in. 24, I meant. Which one got them?
Well, it's not the 24-year-old daughter now. We know that.
You said it's not her?
No, we know it's not the 24-year-old daughter.
Why did you figure that?
Because you just said 20-year-old, 22-year-old, 20-year-old son, 22-year-old daughter, 20-year-old daughter. You're like, oh, no, 24. Like, well, you know the age.
When you get my age and 4 kids, you're going to bumble like that too. I even call some of them the other one's names sometimes. Like, I find myself doing that. So that's all that was. That's just having all them fucking kids.
So give us the reveal, man.
Yeah, no. I ain't telling Mark trying to play Columbo right now, Perry Mason, and dig the ass out of me. No, sir.
Oh, I'm trying to do that. Tony did that. Like, Tony came up with 7 different arts of deduction. That's fine. Mark does 1. Oh, Mark's playing Columbo.
B. Romero in the building. Congrats, D. Time to switch from the fitted to the game. Hell no, I'll be wearing these fitteds till I'm 60, B. Romero. I got a fedora. Hold on right quick. Take over right quick, Mark. I'm glad you said that, B. Romero. I'm getting ready to do something.
Is this man going to come back with a fedora on? Like he's bored sugar? Oh, no. But yeah, to everybody who's listening, what you think? 20, 22, 24?
I'm sorry to change. I think it's the 20-year-old.
I think it might be, but I'm sticking with my guns. That was my instinctive answer.
Yeah. Well, I just went 24.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about these retired fighters is getting more attention than the fighters that are currently active?
Well, all that tells me is that today's fighters aren't really good. They're all a lot of fucking hell, yo. All this, yo, do you get a cigar, bro? Get a cigar, man. Get a cigar.
Hey, B. Romero, this hat I gotta wear now, bro. Is the one?
Yo, D, do you have a cigar?
I know. I just fucking smoked the rest of it. Yeah, man. This the hat I'm wearing today, guys. I got the good news. This the grandpappy deficit hat.
I'm the grandpappy.
You ever seen
That's the world's smallest fedora, D. What is that?
Here.
Oh, I got a small head, man. What the hell? It fits perfect, like it's sized and everything. I got a little
small
head.
that fedora is.
I got a little head, dog. What can I say? Oh shit! I look good in this thing with my suit on, though. I got my suit on. A couple of suits I got, but yeah, I'm not rocking a damn fedora. I can't do it. No,
so reveal it to us.
I can't switch up, huh?
Reveal it to us. It's been 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. Put your votes in. 10 minutes. I'm gonna reveal the answer. All right, Mark. Let me put the picture back. Is it my 20-year-old son? Is it my 22-year-old daughter? All right, here we go. Let me slide out the way. Here go the choices. My 24-year-old, my 22-year-old, or my 20-year-old. Which one gave Dad the good news that you're about to be a grandpappy? Which one is it? That's the question.
Hey, Tony came up with a great point, though.
Hey,
man.
Mark, look at the pose of his 20-year-old. It looks like he's looking down, holding the baby already.
That's true.
He's looking down at his little sister. I just put that collage together just to for this father thing.
No, it's just a joke, bro.
No, I know. I was just saying I put that collage together for a Father's Day thing, so I kind of had it where he was looking down at his little sister, or at least that was the idea.
Yeah. Even when Floyd takes a picture, his chin still down.
There's still, yeah. Look, there is still a, yeah. He's got that chin tucked. I think Tony might be right. Like, even though I went with the 22-year-old, I think Tony might be right just because of that one thing, D. That one thing. The delay getting the picture, bro. That delay getting the picture. That's a boy thing. That girls will be like, "Oh my God, mom, dad, here, look." But your son be like, "You can get that shit tomorrow."
Master said, "You definitely got the Monopoly hat on." Oh man, Coach Stoke, what's up with your fam? Seems like today's fighter is only about the money. They don't love the sport. Well, here's the thing. Neither Logan Paul or Floyd Mayweather is today's fighters. Because Floyd's retired and Logan's a YouTuber. So, but I do agree with you. A lot of today's fighters are about that money though. But you know. All right, guys. All right. I'm just gonna give the answer now. So it's my boy. It is my boy.
Okay.
My 20-year-old boy is the one who sent me the pictures. And yeah, Coach Stokes hit it right at the last second. Yeah, it's my 20-year-old dog. Or maybe some of you guys got it. These chats are delayed from the regular.
Yeah, after 20 review said that, and it was the 20-year-old. Asking
Yeah.
that question.
I knew that it was when they were all let me see, when he was 13, this question came about. Me and my brother was talking about. He's like, "Bro, which one of your kids?" Because he only has one son, so it's no question. He know when he was gonna become a granddaddy, when his son finally have a child. But he said, "Which one do you think gonna have a baby first?" Immediately, I said, "Monte." Like, I said it right off the back, and this is when he was 13, because my daughters are really, really, really responsible. Like, they're responsible, and not only that, I start talking to them like the age of my 10-year-old. I talk to her about this stuff now because in this country, especially, she never grew up in the hood. I was doing much better with my 10-year-old, but
I gotta go, Dave.
My other kids, they grew up in the hood, right? So with that, I had to talk to them real early, but my daughters did a good job with that. I mean, a lot of, especially African American kids coming out of the hood like that, bro, they don't reach 18, 20, 22 without having kids. You know what I mean? Fuck, a lot of them don't even reach 13 or 14 without starting to have sex. My 22-year-old daughter was a fucking virgin until she was 20. Yeah. She was 20 years old. She didn't even have sex. Right. And then my oldest daughter, she was so enthralled in school and doing, handling her business. She used to say, "Oh, I'm not having no kids. I'm not having no kids." So I knew that it was going to be that little motherfucker. He is a fucking apple don't fall far from the tree. Let me tell you that way. I had my first child. Yeah. Listen, I had my first child. My oldest daughter's going on 25. I just turned 45. I had my first child at 20. The apple don't fall far from the tree. He's 20 years old. He's about to have his first child, just like that. So I knew that little motherfucker was going to be the one, because from the age of 9, he seen booty and his eyes used to get like this. From 9 years old, he was infatuated with big booties. So I said, yeah, he going to be like that.
Okay. Eric, congratulations, Steve, but I have to head on.
All right, Brian. I appreciate you coming through, dog.
Have a good one. Some of those have one in the chat. Have a good one.
Peace. All right, you too, buddy. Yep. Yeah. So I knew it was going to be him, bro. I knew he was going to be the first, and I guess I picked it right. You know what I mean? But hey, man, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. He got a job, and so hey, nothing but to be joyous about. I'm not. Fuck should I be scared for? You got to take care of a child now. I already been through it. I don't have to be afraid. He got hats. He used large. Got him on deck. That's right, Jeff. I got him on deck. But yeah, so back to the boxing guys. Here's something else that here's another thing that Floyd satisfied. I think Tony was on Red Glove channel when we were talking about this too. Sticking it to the zone. Like, let's not forget this whole PBC, the zone shit. And Logan Paul and Jake Paul, that was all Eddie Hearn's doing. Now Floyd kind of sticking it to the zone. Like they say, okay, thanks for introducing this. Now I'll take advantage of that and bring it on over to the PBC. And you think Logan Paul's going to turn down something with Floyd? Fuck you, Eddie Hearn. I'm not involved in boxing. You and the zone don't have no eyes over me. Fuck you. I'm going over there. So it's also a way for Floyd to kind of stick it to the zone a little bit. Say, yeah, I'm going to take what you guys created and make some money off of that too, and bring that attention over to the PBC. What y'all think about that?
Genius.
Does Floyd have any, like, is Floyd and Eddie? I didn't know they had any like bad blood between each other.
Nah, it ain't about bad blood, but you know, you hear fucking Ellerby saying, you know, fuck Eddie. They don't send no offers. We the big fish over here. PBC sends the offers. You know, when you hear shit like that, there is somewhat of a rivalry. You know what I mean? And then don't forget about ego, which half his fucking platform right now is the zone is failing. We know that he's a PBC supporter. Just go listen. Well, I'm not going to advise anybody to go listen to that garbage. But if you do listen to ego, that's a narrative that he's pushing. And it's basically like the zone versus the PBC thing, right? Because that's all he talks about that at least 3-4 times a week, that the zone is failing, right?
Well, here's what I do know, D. I know Fox ripped away PBC's primetime boxing show with Sean Porter. I know they pulled that out. I know they dropped funding on their actual boxing events. Meanwhile, I know the highest paid fighters are both signed to the zone. So I don't see how the zone is failing.
Yeah, and well, that's just the narrative that they're pushing. But the highest paid fighters, like you said, are probably signed to the zone. Okay, but Tony, with this move with Floyd's making, what is the biggest fight going to happen at?
It's going to be this fight, or it's going to be
at the BBC. So again, there's that rivalry. So people will say, "Well, the zone got the 2 highest paid fighters." Well, who's going to make more money in boxing more than any fight? The BBC. So again, I'm just talking about the you know, what's going on behind this fight. That's just another aspect that people got to look at. That, you know, this is another Floyd Mayweather move. See, people want as many people over there on the PBC and listen to ego and all of that bullshit. They want the zone to fail. So as many people want the PBC to fail. I even said myself, I wish the PBC would just sell to the zone. So I don't wish that they fail, because them actually failing fucks up boxing, and I don't think people understands that. So I don't want it to fail. That's why would you wish that on a stable that big? To exchange management would be the key, right? Not to just abolish the whole stable. That's stupid. That's not going to help our sport. But you know, there are people out there that's stupid enough to say, "Oh, I wish the PBC failed. They ain't doing nothing anyway." Get the fuck up with that dumb shit. You don't want all of those fighters removed from boxing. Come on. You want to cry and holler about the PBC, but do you really want Spence, Crawford, Danny, all of them removed before Crawford gets a chance to fight them, you fucking idiots? So I don't want the whole stable to fail, but an exchange of management would be cool. But either way, there's still that element of the zone versus PBC. Whether we see it that way or not, when you have idiots like Ego, Dante's Boxing Nation, talking about the zone PBC thing, that element is there. And LDBC also are pro PBC, and they're pushing that narrative. So although Dante, Boxing Nation, and Ego may not be LDBC, quote unquote, they push the same fucking narratives. They do. And the narrative is there. So you know how many fucking people the PBC reach? Oh, that narrative is there. The zone versus the PBC. I mean, the zone versus the PBC. That narrative is out there. So to me, this is a way of Floyd sticking it to them. Like, yeah, we know y'all made a lot of money, did this, that, and the third. Now I'm gonna take some of that and bring that over here. And what the fuck? I think that's where the question comes: is it genius or is it stupid? Again, on Floyd's part, look at how many things we've come out and cut with to say on Floyd's part that is genius, right? On Floyd's side. That's why the stupid is on Logan Paul's side. But even with him, it's, you know, there's some genius parts on his side. Because, bro, he's going to flood his pockets, Logan Paul. Number one, he's going to flood his pockets. Number two, he's going to get a lot of viewership and, you know, it's going to help his channel and what he's doing as well. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather. All of these fucking boxers in boxing that want a piece of Floyd Mayweather for the money, for the clout, to say that I beat Floyd Mayweather, and this motherfucker's getting the fight. You know how many of those boxers are burned up right now? This motherfucking Floyd coming back to fight Logan Paul. You should have gave me the fight. You think Spence wouldn't jump in the ring with Floyd, Crawford? Them motherfuckers would love to jump in the ring with Floyd. They know they're gonna get paid out the yin yang. Now they gotta sit back and watch Logan Paul make more money than they will make in any fucking fight in their life. That's a fact. A lot of these boxers guarantee they heated over that shit, envious or something about this fight, about this dude getting that fight versus them. They don't like that shit. I wouldn't think so. Keith Thurman, desperate ass. He would love to jump in the ring with Floyd right now. That fight could probably sell. Keith would love to jump in that ring. What do you think, Keith Thurman? How you think he feeling that Logan Paul is getting ready to get all of this money in a fight with Floyd? Because I don't think anybody, look, as old as Floyd is, what do y'all think about that fight? Who wins that fight? Let me ask y'all that. Check Collins, before y'all answer that, let me holler at Chet. Chet, appreciate you, my man. My man, Chet. He said 1 month to go, 1 month to go, D. Oh, until Loma washes your boy like a newborn baby. All right, Chet. We're going to have to see, but as I always tell you, Chet, Lomachenko, Teofimo, I don't know, Chet. Teofimo going to knock Lomachenko the fuck out. Not according to my man Spuddy, though. I saw that video. Spuddy, that's a good breakdown Spuddy got. Y'all go check out Spuddy video on the breakdown of Lomachenko.
That's Spuddy's most viewed video, bro.
Fuck the breakdown Spuddy gave there. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all go check that shit out. Spuddy's boxing. He broke down the Lomachenko Teofimo fight. Very, very excellent breakdown. I told y'all to go over there and subscribe to Spuddy because it's probably one of the best boxing channels you're gonna find, man. Spuddy on the move. And we hit 100 that day too. Damn.
We're nearly at 120 right now.
Yeah, buddy.
I would just like to say that I respect Mark. He is an awesome channel, but Spuddy is better. Spuddy holds down.
Spuddy's the man, dog. I plastered Spuddy all over all my social media pages that day. I said, fuck this, we getting to 100. I plastered him over Facebook. I plastered him over Twitter. I plastered him over Instagram. I said, we're going to get to 100. And I kept looking. And at 11:59, I said, 101, yes!
A fucking potato, man.
Yeah, dog. Spuddy's the fucking man, dog.
How many? It only took him 3 videos made on his channel to get to 100 subscribers, man. That's quick. That's quick.
Spuddy and Fanon's second. Man, you can't mention Spuddy and Fanon in the same business. Not in the same sentence. Spuddy knows 100 times more about boxing than Fanon.
And Spuddy knows more than I do. Spuddy knows more than I do. Let me explain why. Because Spuddy's not afraid to talk about what he knows about.
Yeah, buddy. No doubt. What is Spuddy? I need Spuddy to come on this and give me his opinion on this Logan Paul. Spuddy, if you're out there listening, come click the link.
Nah, bro, I'll be honest. I ain't high enough to go find them yet.
Yeah, that's the exhibition, a public display of works of art or items of interest. Okay, well, it's a public display of works of art of the sweet science. It says all items of interest, Monster. So we can throw the items of interest out because they ain't not too much interest, but it is a public display of the work of art, Monster. Sweet science. So exhibition broken down for you, Monster. Yeah. But anyway, this fight, I think somebody mentioned it before. Mark, I think that was Mark. Like, as soon as this fight was announced, bro, you don't even hear them talking about like shit. Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko, Chet put the damn super chat in. And this fight drowned everything out right now. This fight has drowned I'm even guilty. As soon as I seen the shit, I said, man, I gotta do a live about this. That's how much attention is bringing the fights. I mean, to the sport anyway. Like, I got a lot of hardcore boxing fans. They came to talk about it. All the channels is talking about it. They're gonna have a bunch of people fucking talking about it, and that's just our community. You know what I mean? This fight's gonna be huge. This fight's gonna be huge. I just wanna. What do y'all think the numbers will get to on it? What you think, Tony?
I don't know. I think because it's going to be pulling the YouTube crowd. And see, the thing about Eddie Hearn is he had the luxury of only having to make people pay $20. So I think the price point is going to be the big thing here because a lot of YouTubers aren't going to spend $80, $100 for a pay-per-view. So if they can keep it around like 40, maybe 50 at the highest, you're probably looking at 200 to 600. I'm saying 200 to 600,000 buys if they can keep the price low.
How much you know about this dude, Logan Paul?
Nah, I know very little.
You should see some of the fucking donations he get before you think his fans ain't gonna spend that money. I'm dead fucking serious, Tony. You should see some of the fucking donations this dude get. He got people to give him $2,000 and $3,000 donations.
No, I believe
you. They won't spend 60 or 80 bucks.
No,
like, bro, fuck that.
But though a lot of his fans are like in between the ages of like 8 to 16, and their parents might not fork out that money.
Bullshit! This is America. Mommy, I want it. Mommy, I want it. Bullshit, dog. Come on with that.
Can I comment?
What the fuck they want, fam?
Can I comment?
Go ahead.
I just don't know how many pay-per-views it's gonna go. Just purely, I don't know what the pay-per-view market's gonna be like in a global pandemic. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of markets have crashed. A lot of shit's gone wrong. So I don't know because I'm already seeing people complaining about a professional, like probably the card of the year, the Charlo card, complaining about the price point on that. And they're actual boxing fans who are complaining about that. So I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't.
Well, look this out. Like you just said, they're boxing fans that's complaining. We're not going to have these kids complaining about this fight, bro. Boxing fans we're kind of funny people, bro.
We always complain.
About everything.
We always complain. And then that's why I'm like, we can't put our perspectives, especially us hardcore boxing fans, on anything that got to do with these fucking casuals. The thing is this with the United States, right? And why they can charge $75 here. People spend money on stupid shit, man. Like, people around the world are thrifty. They utilize their money more wisely than Americans. Americans waste money on the dumbest shit, fam. And people in other countries be like, well, ain't nobody gonna waste money on nothing like that. In America, they will. Yes, they will in America. They will waste money like that. And people don't get that around the country. That's how fucking spoiled this country is. Like, they do dumb shit like that with money. This is why a lot of people stay broke too. Because they do the dumbest shit with money. They don't know how to manage it. But don't tell me these motherfuckers ain't gonna buy it. Yes, they are. Yes, the fuck they are. I'm telling you, D. Jefferson, Big Brother, Boxing Eagle was saying, if you don't agree, Charlo pay-per-view. Oh, see, Boxing Eagle. Now, this is a fight that is boxing. Now we can talk boxing. First and foremost, Boxing Eagle, you idiot. And like I said, I knew that he would probably make more than one episode of that, but I already have too many guys on the line because boy, it's idiots everywhere. But he'll probably make another episode. He could have made an episode for this dumb shit right here. But of course, I'll just give him the fact, you idiot, on this live right here. No, you're not a racist if you don't buy this fight, Boxing Ego, you idiot. What you are is maybe a wise person. Because don't nobody give a shit about Jamel Charlo. Okay? Don't nobody, well, I'm sorry. Don't nobody give a shit about Jamal Charlo. Don't nobody really give a shit, in my opinion, about Tank Davis fighting the little Leo Santa Cruz. There's only one fight on that card. Well, I won't say only one, but there's one fight on that card that does bring intrigue, and that's with Jamel Charlo and Jason Rosario. That brings the intrigue as far as the Charlos are concerned. But Jamal Charlo fight, don't nobody fucking care. And you don't have to be a racist if you don't buy this card. Maybe if Tank wasn't fighting Leo Santa Cruz, maybe if Jamal Charlo didn't wait eons until he finally took a fucking valid fight, maybe more people will be interested. But since Tank is fighting a guy coming up 2 weight classes and Jamal Charlo's finally jumping in the ring, maybe just a lot of boxing fans that says, fuck this card, Boxing Ego. You idiot. Thanks, Boxing Monster, for putting that up.
Hey, bro, thanks for having me on. I'm about to go back to work. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming through, Tony. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sort of like Mark, man. I just wanted to get what your idea was, but I'm sort of like Mark with this. I can't even really gauge how much this fight would sell. It's kind of a crapshoot, but one thing is going to be for sure, Floyd and them going to market the hell out of it, because if Floyd Mayweather is involved in it, then you best believe it's going to have top-notch marketing in that shit. So they're going to push the hell out of this fight, and I think they're just going to crack more numbers than any other fight. I will say that. I'm just not sure what it'll be, but I don't think there's any fight that we have coming anytime soon that's going to touch the numbers on it. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's all I can say about that. And who knows, man? It could do like fucking Google's the numbers or not. The atmosphere and the economy is true. Although Americans are not thrifty and stupid with their money, simply put, a lot of them don't have the money to do it. So that's their point about the economy and everything, even here. A lot of people have lost their jobs around the nation. Here in Columbus, bro, it's like nothing even fucking happened. But when we had the recession in America, Columbus was one of the top 10 cities in the U.S. that was least affected. And we're seeing kind of a low effect now, even though the rest of the nation is. Because this city is just thriving city. It makes a lot of fucking money. A lot of businesses in this country were founded right here in Ohio, right? So it's like a center of business. And dog, we're not feeling the effects that I talked to my brother. He's down in Richmond. I talked to my cousin out on the west side. And, you know, a lot of other people around the country. My daughter's down in Texas, Austin. People are feeling it, no doubt. But in Columbus, you can still go get a job just like this. Anywhere. You can go get a job. Like the economy here is still fine. Like no problems, right? So got a lot more cities like that in the country where their economy is still moving, and so fights are going to be paid for. People are still making money, and people are still going to spend it frivolously. You know what I'm saying, Mark? So hard to gauge that fight, man. I do know. I said on this guy that when he fought for Eddie Hearn, I just wanted to go check him out because I had not known who he was. I knew he was some big YouTuber, but I didn't know what he was or what he did or none of that. And some of the donations this motherfucker gets, bro, is what makes me think a lot of his fans are gonna pay. I seen this fool get $2,000, $2,200 donations. I'm like, what the?
He's got more donations than that, bro. That's just like
that's just what I saw. I'm probably sure he did, but that was just what I saw. When I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, they just go onto like YouTube, type in Logan Paul, right, and then go to his channel, and then go to the About page and just have just Logan Paul's first channel, not the Impulsive podcast, nothing else, just his first channel.
I don't know what it. I'll put it in. I don't know what's his
Just
first.
type in Logan Paul. Do you see a channel called Logan Paul?
Hold on. Logan Paul. All right. Let me see what we get here. Yeah, I see it. 22.4 million subscribers. Jeez.
Now go onto the channel and go to the About page and tell me how many views you see right there.
All right. Wow. He got holy shit. This motherfucker got 5,688,749,341 views.
And there's like what, 7 billion people on the planet?
Right. That's insane, bro. That's insane. So yeah, bro. I mean, this dude's like mega. This fight is fucking stupid. Money is involved in this fight. And that's the other thing. Like, people gotta realize, if that much money is spent in a fight, then it's gonna bring attention. Like, bro, money shows attention. I don't understand how these hardcore boxing fans can get mad and then not understand it if it's gonna sell that much, because they're not arguing about that. Yeah, that fight will sell, but it's absolutely disgusting. But if it's gonna sell that much, then you gotta understand what it's bringing to the sport. You gotta understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like, because if it ain't selling that much money, then it's basically like, who the fuck cares? They don't care because they're not paying. But if you're getting all of those kind of sales, then it's bringing attention to the sport, whether you like the fight or not. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a mockery to the sport. I don't think it's a genuine boxing match, but I don't think it's a mockery to the sport. I think it's going to help our sport, regardless of what, these hardcores feel about it. I think that the fight's going to help the sport, bro. To me, I think so.
So between his 3 main channels, not including his brother, like him and his brother, so there's Logan Paul, the official Logan Paul, and the Impulsive podcast, yeah? There is 6.6 billion views total on 3 channels. 6.6 billion.
That's crazy, bro. That's sick. That's good shit. Jeez. That is good shit. What does he do? What does he talk about, bro?
I couldn't tell you, mate. These guys just do a whole lot of random stuff, to be honest. They do a lot of different things. So it's not one specific thing. Like, he kind of got in.
I'm scrolling down now and I see. Yeah, they just do kind of every fucking thing, huh?
Yeah. Essentially what they are, like, is they're just a form of entertainment. That's all they are.
Holy shit, yeah. I mean, fucking playing with parrots and pouring paint on themselves and all kinds of yeah, man, wow. I didn't know, like, I don't get into that type shit. But yeah, he's got whatever he's doing, keep doing it, Logan Paul, because you got 2 million people watching and 5 billion views. You're doing something fucking right. I'll tell you that right now. So more power to him. Barker Raider, what's up, Barker? Barker said, help the sport for 1 weekend. Nah, Barker. It don't have a lasting effect. You another one of those bitter ass hardcore fans. Not gonna help the sport for 1 weekend. Not gonna have a lasting effect on our sport, fam. You hardcore boxing fans just gotta accept it. I think some of our hardcore boxing fans are mad because it's gonna take attention from real boxing fights. What you think, Mark? Can you get down? Can you understand the psyche of these hardcore boxing fans that's so pissed off?
I still, to this day, don't even know what a hardcore boxing fan is. I don't. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, people are like, yeah, I'm a hardcore fan, and I'm sitting around like, I'm just a boxing fan, man. And people are like, no, I'm a boxing fan. The word hardcore doesn't describe me as a fan. I am a fan of boxing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just go and I'll just call them degenerate boxing fans. That's what I like to call them, the degenerates of the sport. I know I'm a degenerate myself. But a lot of us suffer from I'll just say elitism is probably the best way of doing it. Like, oh, you can't have this happening in my sport. And I sit there thinking, why not? Who else fighting?
Right.
I'm sorry, but bruh, when the fight in our sport we're the most hyped for is no offense to Dio, I know he loves Dio, is a young up and coming guy who, yes, he's won a title and he did well, but still, like, whatever, against a dude not from America, from the Ukraine, who, let's be like, that's different. It's that would never happen in 1999. That would never happen in the 90s. That never happened that Loma and Tio be the biggest fight in boxing. Never. No way in hell.
It might not even be on the ring because they're little guys.
I'm pretty sure Floyd won Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year in 1997. Yeah, in 1997. And Floyd wasn't even a household name in boxing then. He was a nothing guy really in boxing to some extent in the 90s. Like he got on and went on and went on. But Pretty Boy he wasn't like no money. Man, his name didn't touch that shit.
No.
But his name as Pretty Boy at that time would be bigger than Lomachenko's name right now, and that's actually true.
Facts. 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 This
Like,
fight would get no traction like that back then. It wouldn't get that much traction back then.
This would just be another fight. Would this be bigger than Oscar versus Genaro Hernandez? No.
It wouldn't, because Teofimo Lopez has not done enough to make this that type of marquee fight back then. And he been a unified champion, probably won at a couple of divisions or some shit like that. Then it may have made some noise. It still wouldn't have been the marquee fight like it is today, but it would have made some noise. The fact that Teofimo just beat Coleman and he's fighting Lomachenko, this fight would have had low traction back then. I agree with that for sure. Low traction. And they're 135-pound guys. So back then, 135-pound division, it had to be something super huge to make some noise. And this wouldn't have been enough. Not even fucking close. Brandon Nicholson, what's good? D. Duffson, what's good, fam? I haven't watched boxing match since Tyson did Holyfield's ear. I just so happened to see you and showing some love. I appreciate you, Brandon. Now, Brandon, I'm glad you came through. So for all of you hardcore, quote-unquote hardcore boxing fans, this is a perfect example. My man Brandon Nicholson is on the basketball side of Speaking Mind Sport Talk. And look what fight he came to just drop through on this one. You know what I mean?
No. I think that's coincidental.
I'm just talking shit.
But I'll be honest. My sister's eldest son, he's 14. Okay, my sister's eldest son is 14. And he knows I like boxing. He's not really into boxing, whatever. He sent me a text message. I think it was about 5 hours, 6 hours ago. Is it true that Floyd Mayweather is going to fight Logan? And this was the question he said. Is Logan too big for him? Question mark. And I said, why? And he said, maybe Floyd might lose. And all of a sudden, there's the intrigue of the casual fan.
Right there.
And just because he's interested, I know full well if that's aired on pay-per-view like in the UK for like $14.95, $19.95, his mom's gonna get it from him. She's gonna get it from him.
Yeah. Prime fighting champions, Floyd will beat the living shit out of Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar need to think about fighting Sergio Martinez just like he's going to. I don't mean no harm and disrespect, man. Oscar was a great champion and all of that shit. Floyd Mayweather will beat the fuck out of Oscar De La Hoya right now. And I know all of you Oscar fans that hate Floyd don't want to hear that shit. But let's be fucking realistic about it. Let's be realistic. I don't care if Oscar's bigger. To get down into fighting shape would be tough enough for Oscar Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. Do you see these abs? Do you see the shape that this man has kept himself in? Not only has he kept himself into physical shape, you need to watch Floyd on Instagram. He keeps himself into boxing shape right now. He does. He will beat the hell out of Oscar De La Hoya. The dude been sniffing coke and hardened and all of that, man. Nah, I like Oscar and his legacy and his legend and everything he did too. But the Sergio Martinez fight is enough. Floyd Mayweather, nah. It would probably sell, Jeff. In Prime Fighting Champions. I wouldn't say that, but that's just as much as a wash as this one. Oscar ain't beating Floyd at this point. I don't see it at all. What you think, Mark? You think he get in there and beat up Floyd?
Oscar?
Yeah.
I think Oscar will get knocked out by Sergio Martinez. Never mind Floyd.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't because Sergio fought way more recent than Oscar.
He just had a fight recently, but like it was against nobody, but only a few years ago. Oscar's last fight was Manny Pacquiao.
All right. Yeah. No.
How did he look in that fight, D?
Terrible. Man, he was beating Oscar's ass in that fight. Man, he beat the shit out of Oscar back then. Let's not forget Floyd just got out of the ring not too long ago.
Do you know when that was, D?
I don't. What was? No, you know. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know when it was. I'm just. It was.
I don't remember the date of that shit.
It was right. I'll give you an idea. I was 15. I was 15
years ago. No,
that was 12 years ago. 12 years ago.
Yeah.
That was 12 years ago the last time Oscar was in a pro ring, and he got the shit beaten out of him. Floyd, the last time he was in a pro ring,
yeah,
only a few years ago, only like 3 years ago.
Yeah, Jeff, I hear you. He was at least a real fighter, but I don't. Okay, Jeff, and Prime Fighting Champion. Y'all think about this. Again, this is to me a perspective of the boxing fan. Who's going to bring in more money, though? It's very possible that Logan Paul brings in more money than Oscar De La Hoya. Y'all know Oscar De La Hoya. That motherfucker's no Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather either, as far as his name, Jeff, in Prime Fighting Champion. He's not this guy that you can just go to anybody on the street and say, hey, you know Oscar De La Hoya? Who? So he's not that. It's all about a dancing partner. And if you're going to have a dumb fight like this, it is a dumb fight, then got to be something that makes sense concerning the money. I don't even think that Oscar versus Floyd, I don't think that draws more money than Logan Paul versus Floyd. I really don't. I mean, because we can't talk about the sense of saying that at least Oscar was a real fighter. That's more of making sense about the fight. Fuck the sense of the fight. It's a senseless fight, bro. It's a senseless fight. It's like I said, 0%, 100%. So it's a senseless fight. To say fight Oscar, that's making more sense of the fight. The fight's already senseless. Even a fight, that's why I was just saying Floyd will beat Oscar all around that ring. So even that fight is senseless. So that levels out. Senseless fights. Now let's talk about the money of it. Y'all telling me y'all think that Floyd versus Oscar brings in more than Logan Paul? I don't think so. What do you think, Mark? You think Oscar Floyd brings in more money?
Absolutely.
You do?
Of course not.
Oh, I was about to say, wow, I don't.
No, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think Oscar and Floyd can do half of what they did the first time they fought? If they fought now?
No.
Exactly.
No, I don't.
The answer's
I don't think they reached those numbers. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't even think they reached those numbers from what they did before. Nope. Because Oscar was already up and up. You know what I mean? People already have reservations about that fight when they fought. So now, and they know Floyd, they know the shape Floyd is. They see him doing the jump rope. They know Floyd's still a danger. That's why they want him to come in there and fight one of those young lions. Do what Pacquiao did. None of them motherfuckers want Oscar De La Hoya to come in here and get in the ring with none of them young lions. It would be no question. They know he'll get his ass murdered. So, like, Virtuoso said by the time Mayweather turned pro, undisputed lightweight champ Pernell Whitaker was already welterweight. When the market didn't favor lightweights, yeah, the matchup on October 17th is unprecedented. Yep. DJ Big Leg said, I hate more money, less risk mindset Floyd brought to the sport. I'll put down any promoter or network for average fight cards and any boxer for cherry picking. I just want the best fights. Yeah, fam, no doubt. I can agree with that all day long. Floyd beats Oscar now, but yeah. I mean, dog, that's always the question. Prime this, prime that, prime this, prime that. We'll never know. We'll never know. People can assume what Oscar would have done to Floyd prime for prime, but Floyd was still Floyd, bro. He still was. Where was Floyd prime? I think Mark asked that question one day. We were talking about like what would you consider his prime? You could honestly say that he had two primes. Floyd Mayweather did. So what do you mean prime when you talk about
his athletic physical prime, he was at 130, 135.
right?
His actual peak and prime for me personally is when the man was like 36 years old. Like,
Right.
I don't think he was touchable at that point. Just on IQ. There's certain things that you can learn in boxing. And boxing is about hitting and not being hit. And being physically a great specimen is one thing. Being a pretty much near perfect boxer is another.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just hard, bro. It's like, like we said, the old school guys, it's just hard to kind of really honestly say who would be who because he ain't there. We can't see them get in the ring. If you could see these guys get in the ring, you could measure or at least fight opponents, that the other one fought in some time frame. Like if it was a year or two apart, you may be able to get some type of assessment then, but look how long ago, like Mark just said, 12 years ago, Oscar just stopped boxing. And so it's that gap between there. And then you look at their careers, what weight Floyd was at, what weight Oscar. You start asking prime for prime, who the fuck knows, bro? Because look at how smart Floyd was and what I say his second prime was. I'm not just gonna say just because Oscar was fast and doing this that he would come in there and beat him up. No, I can't just say that. You would have to literally see these guys in the ring. It is a good fight though. It would be a good fight. Oscar was
I personally think the best Oscar at 147 loses to the best Floyd at 147. I think above 147, Oscar, whatever. Below 147, like if you talk like physical, athletic, like best, like Floyd at 135 versus Oscar at 135, I think Oscar would probably beat Floyd at 135. I think he beats Pretty Boy. I don't think he beats Money.
I agree. I think Oscar would get Pretty Boy. I think Manuel Augustus gave Pretty Boy enough trouble, didn't he?
I'll tell you one thing. I've always said this. Even though his resume at 135 ain't all that, Sugar Shane Mosley at 135 knocks Pretty Boy the fuck out, bro. Knocks him the fuck out, bro.
Sugar Shane was a monster in that way, dog. Sugar Shane Mosley, that's when he was Sugar Shane for real. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Intentions, what's good? Philo said Manny 4-decade champion since 1990.
Yeah, he's just fanboying. You can go through all of that for about 5 minutes. He's just bringing up a lot of Manny Pacquiao statistics.
Big Dan, what's up, Big Dan? Yeah. I don't know, man, but I tell y'all this, I'm watching the fight. I'm just interested now to see who else is going to be on that card because I know they're going to put some interesting fights on that card. You heard anything else about anything about the undercard, Mark?
Bro, they haven't even fully signed this fight. It's not even official. There ain't no undercard.
I thought it was fine and ready to go, to tell you the truth.
No, right. So these reports are all kind of contradicting each other. Some are saying, is Floyd fighting him? Some are saying, according to blah, 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 he's fighting him, right? But when they're saying according to, and I go over and check those articles myself, it says reports are saying that Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul are set to fight. Nobody's actually said a one source confirmation yet. That's my thing. There is no 100% confirmation.
Yeah, Floyd is egotistical and fucking delusional with that. Big Leg, DJ Big Leg. That motherfucker. I mean, look, that's the title he gave himself. Okay, nobody ever beat him, so he can feel good about giving himself that title.
I like the way. I like the way Kellerman put it when Floyd refers to himself as TBE. Because Kellerman says it's not the best ever fighter. It's TBE, the best ever at the fight game. I do like the way he puts that. Floyd played the game to a T. It's called the Mayweather effect for a damn reason.
That's a good point. But I will argue with Matt. I will argue with Max Kellerman, and I would use Ali. Ali played the game like a fucking fiddle too.
Oh no. And Ali had way more fame and all of that, right? But just the fight game and manipulating the fight game and the level of opposition. You see, Ali didn't do that. Ali didn't take on take a certain fight instead of this fight or that fight. Ali just fought every. Floyd was able to get himself to the top in the sport by doing things that Ali did way more than Floyd to do what he did. But what I'm saying is Floyd, just think of it like this, made the most money in the sport's history without the resume to back up that, if you get what I mean.
Right. I get that, but I'm looking at it like the way he played the game through world issue politics to bring himself to stardom. That wasn't all about his mouthpiece. That wasn't all about just the fights he took. It was about his persona and, how he utilized boxing. He was in boxing and all of that. But yeah, you're right, man. Floyd just made a ton of fucking money, bro. And you can't argue. People get mad at Floyd, but I always say you can't argue the results. Bitch and moan, but you cannot argue the results. Virtuoso, what's up with you? All right, Recoil, what's up?
What's happening, D? What's up, Mark?
Same old dog. Just Jake Paul, Floyd Mayweather. Genius. Or you know what? What you think? Virtuoso? Let me get your thoughts on it. I'll put the thumbnail back up. Your floor, dog. Is this fight genius or stupid?
If I can sell like a product that could harm people, but they're not smart enough to question the validity of it or what the content is, then yeah, I look like a genius. There's a lot of rubes here, man. There's a lot of rubes that will fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Floyd is a genius at selling the fight game. That is true. He's not in the business of making fights to me. He's in the business of making money. There are more like casual observers than there are like dedicated observers of boxing, in my opinion. So if he's looking at this like from a marketing perspective, yeah, I want a crossover fight because I know it's gonna get more eyeballs, and Logan Paul has a huge following. So yeah, just like they did with KSI, Logan Paul, that Eddie Hearn capitalized in the second go around. Floyd is doing the same thing. So that's the way I look at it. It's genius, but it's just not for me.
All right. I feel you. IBT, I won't take this down, but IBT just stepped in the building, everybody. IBT, I'm going to lead this up so you can give your take on this. What you think?
I think this is an amazing fight. I think he has a chance to beat Mayweather. I think he's got the skill set, the pedigree, the resume. No, in all seriousness, I think it's a money fight. So in that sense, it's smart for both fighters, to have an exhibition to make money against each other. However, in terms of like a boxing fan who wants to see a competitive match, I don't think this will be that. I think Mayweather's probably going to carry him for a predetermined amount of time.
Did you hear the news, IBT?
What's the news?
Well, the other news is I'm about to be a granddaddy.
Oh wow! Congrats! Congratulations, D.
Yeah. B. Romero told me.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, Virtuoso. B. Romero told me I need to get rid of the caps and put on the granddaddy hat.
Yeah. I was saying in chat earlier, I left for 10 minutes and I came back and he had a non-sports cap on. I was confused.
Yeah, that's what that was about. My son sent me some ultrasounds yesterday. So I don't know the gender of the grandchild yet, but yeah, I knew he was going to be the first, though. I told the story. I won't tell it again, but when he was 13, my brother and I was talking, and he asked me, I said, yup, him. He was going to be the first.
That's cool, D. Congrats.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, man, I agree with both of you guys, you and Virtuoso. Like, it's just, I don't think anybody should get mad at this fight. Which it's gonna be a lot of people pissed off, talking shit. And Floyd Mayweather's a bitch. He's a punk. He need to fight one of the young guns. Blase, blase, blah. Man, he not bringing no money in fighting Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman or like. Come on, man. Like it's got to be somebody that they think really can beat him. Now maybe I don't even know Crawford because Crawford couldn't sell ice water in hell. Like it's got to be somebody with a big enough name. Floyd knows what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing. And you get mad that he won't fight one of these guys in boxing that could potentially beat him, but he's about money. Like Virtuoso said, it's about making money right now. Floyd fucking made $10 million in 92 seconds with tension. You think he's gonna come in here and want to get beat up for what, 30 million? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, it makes no sense.
The only fights that would make sense at welterweight for him to actually legitimately, fights to actually make would be Spence or Pacquiao. And I don't think those are necessary for him at the moment.
Yeah.
He can fight Logan Paul's and Tenshin Nasukawa or whatever and get comparable paydays for much easier fights.
Yeah, man. Yeah, again, I don't like Floyd. If I'm Floyd Mayweather, I'm doing like what he's doing right now. I don't really want to see Floyd get beat up, to tell you the truth. I don't personally. I know it's a lot of people that want to see him get beat up, but seeing somebody get beat up in the boxing ring, I don't think that people understand the element of danger that these boxers face, right? No, I don't really particularly like Floyd any more than the next man. Do I want to see him go in there and take that kind of risk? For what? If he needed the money, okay, a lot of athletes go and compete again because he don't fucking need the money. I don't really want to see Floyd in there with Crawford. I think Crawford wins, but this is still Floyd Mayweather. So is that element, is that question there that he could do what he does and get through 12 rounds with Crawford? Crawford damn sure is not going to get the favor on the cards. For example, with that 51-0 record or 50-0, whatever the fuck, he ain't going to get no favor on the cards. It's going to happen in Vegas. You got to know that. So, do I really want to see Floyd get in there with Crawford? Because Crawford will probably go for the knockout, understanding that's what he needs. Do I really want to see Floyd get knocked out and in danger of getting hurt in that ring? No. So I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about Floyd. I have no expectations for him to come back and fight Spence or any of that dumb shit. And for people that have the expectations of that, I very seriously doubt that we get that. I very seriously doubt we get that. We're not even going to get the rematch with Manny Pacquiao. Floyd and them duped Manny Pacquiao. I think the reason for him coming over there was eventually to land the fight with Floyd. Manny Pacquiao got duped, guys. Floyd ain't going to fight him. He got duped.
I was gonna ask you if you've heard like any Pacquiao fans on your stream complaining about this.
Yeah, I had a couple come through, put up. Yeah, I was this Pacquiao's that. I mean, that's it. Johnny Boy probably got he got a whole lot more response.
Oh yeah,
He got a lot Pacquiao fan, so I guarantee you when he got down put this, if all Johnny Boy got to do right now is put a title up that says Floyd's a bitch. He's fighting Logan Pacquiao. For real, like that was a perfect title for the channel. You know what I mean? Floyd's a bitch. He's fighting Logan Paul. You should have gave Pacquiao his rematch. Fucking, you know what I mean? And I bet you, boom, that should have blow up because he has a ton of Pacquiao fans. And like, hell yeah, that motherfucker. That shit would be beautiful. But I had a few come through. You know, is what it is. Jose Yepes, what's up? He said he didn't want to fight Crawford. But then that's what I was just talking about, Jose. Fuck that. Fuck Floyd coming back to fight Crawford. For what? What does he have to prove? People want to see Floyd lose, and they hate the way he moved, and they want to see that 50-0 bro. What the fuck does Floyd have to prove to come back and fight any of these young motherfuckers, bro? They got to do something to get to his level. How many fucking world champions did Floyd Mayweather beat? Let's talk about that. So tell Crawford and Spence and all of these motherfuckers to reach that number first. That goes for Jose and anybody. Reach that number first. How many fucking champions did Floyd beat? Hey, reach that fucking number first. How about this? At least get close to the number of fights he fucking fought. Because neither of these motherfuckers have that under their belt. Like, he's 50-0. What's Crawford's record? What's Spence's record? Like, fuck all of this Floyd.
He's 49-0, bro.
Yeah, whatever, man. On the books, he's 50. Conor had a license. I don't like the shit either, but he had a fucking license.
I don't recognize it. I refuse to recognize it.
I don't recognize it, but it's in the books.
It is what it is, man.
I just add McGregor. You know, like
robbery. Huh? What you say, IBT?
Sorry, I didn't realize. I don't want to interrupt you, but I just basically add McGregor as one of those fights that people have in their development stages. You know, we're not nitpicking saying, well, he fought some random bad boxer in the beginning of his career. It's like, yeah, technically it counted, so he's 50-0.
I bet you Rocky Marciano and his fucking run defeat had a goddamn opponent. This is worthless as fucking Conor McGregor, but nobody fucking talks about that, and that's a fucking fact. That motherfucker has some bullshit fights. A lot of these fucking champions have bullshit fights that Conor McGregor will probably beat the shit out of, and not specifically the heavyweight.
I'm gonna say this at world level, no. When Rocky was at world level,
I'm not talking about at world level. I'm just talking about in his career, though. That's why I was going on.
Okay, Floyd fought worse people in his career at the start of his career. Everybody has, but like,
yeah, that's my point.
That was IBT's point, and I'm just saying, going on IBT's point, if we're gonna nitpick and say, okay, well, he was at world level, fuck all that. I'm just saying, on these world level fighter resumes, whatever the fuck, they had bullshit fights. A lot of people had bullshit fights, and some greats had bullshit fights at world level. I'm not gonna just stick on Rocky Marciano. Mark, you know way more about this history than I do. So some of them had bullshit fights even when they was at world level. Nobody nitpicks that shit. If the motherfucker got a license and it's on the fucking books, then he's 50-0. I don't like the fighter, except no more than nobody else. But the facts are he's fucking 50-0. Congratulations on the news. First grandchild, D. If it's his or her. First words are, you idiot. Then we know who to blame. I'm gonna leave that one up for a minute. Yeah. That shit would be priceless, man. My grandma, oh, holy, you idiot. Oh shit. Shit, that's a good one, Tom. You made me laugh there. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I swear I can't wait. Grandbabies. Wow. Just to be here, bro. I was almost out of here. I almost didn't make it to have a damn grandchild. That's why life is a blessing, guys. A year and some change ago, I almost checked out. I had a 40% chance to live, but I'm here. So, well, God bless. Now I'm gonna see my grandbabies come in. Well, at least the first one. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I gotta go work on that. I was gonna do a you idiot video on Floyd Mayweather fighting Logan Paul, but then I thought better of it, and I was like, you know what? Not really that much of an idiot. Come to think of it, more of probably smart thing on this part than an idiotic thing. So I laid off the "You Idiot" video on Floyd Mayweather. But no worries, because we have a lot of idiots around the YTBC. So we got one coming today. And the special guest on "You Idiot" today, I hope I say his name right, but it's Akai TV. Akai TV, HIKI TV, a guy who wears a turban. Yeah. So this guy is back on the Tyson Fury, cheating, love, dumb shit, whatever. You idiot. Coming to you. ITV. Evil Green, a new channel, and I already like the vibe. Hey, appreciate you, my man. New to the channel. Hiya. Hold on, let me do something right quick. I'll do something right quick. Everybody else got a wrench. Why not? Let me do that. Yep. I think the violation is going to slow down. It's pretty nice live today. Appreciate you coming through, Evil Green. Mike from Boston. What's up? My man Mike from Boston in the building. Mike says, yeah, man, congrats. I'm waiting on my first right now. A girl in about 5. Oh, damn. Congratulations to you, fam. Congratulations, Mike. Boy, it's a good thing, right? It feels good, don't it, Mike? I ain't going to lie, I do. I thought, a few years ago I would be scared because my daughter had a baby and this, that, and the third, but I know it's my son. And as time went by, I kind of wanted a grandchild. Like, I wanted a grandchild to spoil. But my daughter, she's going to be a 10-year-old auntie, so I guess that's going to make her feel good. Heat versus Celtics game 2. I think the Heat going to come back and make a statement in this game, Raider. I think they're going to tie the series 1-1. It's a very, very interesting. I do believe that this series will go 6 or 7 games minimum. If it goes to 6 games, Boston wins. If it goes to 6 games or less, it's going to be Boston that's going to take it that way. If it goes to 7, Miami, they're going to fight, and the 7th game is a toss-up. That's what I'll say about that. But I expect this series to go to 7, and Miami had one of the better defenses in the league. Defense wins championships, guys. They also had not one, only the better defenses in the league, but number 3 in the league shooting behind that goddamn line, which is big. You shoot those 3-pointers. Tyler Hero can bang them. Gordon Dragic, Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson. Like they Kendrick Nunn. Well, Bam Adebayo. Yeah, he can actually shoot him. He can shoot them too, really.
He's a stud defensively, man.
Yeah.
When I saw that block, I'm like, that was critical.
Game. That fucking block. Yeah. Yeah, that's shit. This is huge, bro. This is huge. I expected to go to 7, though. But I think if it ends early, regardless, guys, I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be Boston. A lot of people didn't believe me when I was saying Denver. When they went down, and I was like, man, 3-1. I was like, nah, Denver can still win it, man. They was like, get the fuck out of here. Denver's not. I said, okay. Denver, and now a lot of people coming back. They're like, hey, good call on that Denver pick, D. I was like, yeah, because see, these guys came from Denver. They Jamal Murray and Gary Harris. What people don't really understand sometimes is that these 2 guys, they're better guys, and they were out. All right, they made the playoffs without 3 of their 4 best guys: Will Barton, Gary Harris, and Jamal Murray. So when you reinstate Jamal Murray, he just took right back at it. That motherfucker got a triple-double his first game back. Gary Harris had to ease in it. But what I was telling people is game after game, these guys are going to get back into their form. Gary Harris was smacking those 3s, right? And he's big on defense. I've already put a video up. Y'all can check it out if y'all want. Denver taking the Lakers out, bro. I really believe that they're going to take the Lakers out. We'll see. I could be wrong, but I think they're going to take them out. So I'm not confident in the Lakers. But they were going to come back on the Clippers. I didn't know, but I had a good feeling that they was going to come back on the Clippers.
When they won Game 6, I knew it was over for the Clippers. because they had the largest margin of victory, 19 points, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You couldn't expand that lead a little bit further, man.
Yeah.
But
people
man,
stopped doubting me after game 6 too, Virtuoso. I started getting a lot of people come back. Hey, you might be right, D. You might be right.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. Oh, back. What's good? D just stopped in lunch to smash that light and show some love. Me and the missus will catch the playback later. Love you, bro. Love you too, dog. I appreciate that fall back. Yeah, what do you say? Hell no, Jose. Don't worry about it. After game 3, Jose, you'll know what I'm talking about. After game 3, the Lakers going to be down 2-1.
The Nuggets, bro. Like I've even said this to Dean myself. I picked them at the start. I'm hoping they can pull it off. They're just a very good unit. They're just a very, very good unit. It's hard to play against a very strong team, man. That are just a unit.
And when you got a big man, 7'2", that has that type of court vision, like motherfucker, like everybody knows LeBron has court vision. He'll drop it on a dime. I better pay attention to Luka. Did y'all see that pass he threw to Jamal Murray at the end of the game? Jamal Murray got fouled on the play. Luka was standing there. He just said, right behind his head like that. Wow. He no look behind the head on the dime to Jamal Murray cutting to the lane. Bro, that motherfucker's going to cause Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard and those guys hell, fam. Then you got Jamal Murray running all around out there, squirming all around the place, collapsing the defense. You got Jeremy Grant, Michael Porter Jr. standing outside of that fucking line. The Lakers got low perimeter defense, Jose Yepes. You know they got a problem on that perimeter defense. Well, guess what the Denver Nuggets do? They'll put them 3-pointers right in your fucking eye, fam. So I'm telling you right now, after game 3, when the Lakers down 2-1, Jose, come holler at me. Come back and holler at me talking about that not having this shit. Because y'all going to be down 2-1. I bet you that. Joe says Lakers win 5 or 6. I know. All y'all Lakers fans are hopeful. The Heat is up 1, not Celtics. Yeah, I know. I mistake that. Heat is up. Celtics going to win tonight. Going 1-1. Let me switch that around. Celtics going to win tonight. I said it backwards. It's going to go 1-1 tonight. Yeah. He said, ew, Logan Paul, why? His muscles look like someone put. Oh, boy. Respect, D. Made me some money on the NBA. My man. That's right. My man. I'm glad when anybody listens and make money. Kudos. I feel good about that. My dumb ass didn't bet it, that guy. I should have bet it. But I was doing something. I missed the bet. I didn't get the bet in. I don't like playing the live bets, like the prop bets and all of that, because all of that. So I just got into this gambling thing when I started off with Boston Nick and Mills and those guys over on Pub Sports. They got me into it. So I don't play the live betting shit, you know. But I missed that game. Jose said, that's why they say, that's what they said about Houston. No, who was they? The fucking media? I don't know who they was because I ain't say that. I knew Houston was going to get punished by the Lakers. Tell you that right there. I said, and as a matter of fact, at the beginning of this playoffs, I said the only team that would give the Lakers some problem, which I was wrong about that, was Portland. And on their journey to the finals, because I really didn't think that Will Barton or Gary Harris would be back. But when I found out they was coming back, I was like, hold up, man. Because I called this Denver Nuggets team on that fucking casual ass He Knows the Sports channel. Last season, we used to be on there talking basketball all the time. I called this shit last season about the Denver Nuggets. I said, y'all watch next season, man. Denver Nuggets may make the finals. And they clowned me then. They was like, get the fuck out of here. All of that shit. I was like, bro, y'all fucking stupid. Michael Porter Jr., Jeremy Grant, I seen this fire in this team last year. And what people don't understand is these guys, Will Barton, I said this on my video, Will Barton was ready. He was ready for the playoffs last season. Nikola Jokic was ready. Jamal Murray wasn't ready. Look how he played last. he had to adapt to this. This is a second season, a new season. It's a whole different. Like Michael Jordan said, the Detroit Pistons had to teach us how to win because they was making it there, but they didn't know how to get past that hump. You have to learn that. And Will Barton and Nikola Jokic was ready last year. Gary Harris wasn't really ready for that stage. Jamal Murray wasn't ready for that stage. Michael Porter was coming off an injury, so he didn't even get a chance to get back in there and prepare to get ready for that stage. But he did get some playing time when the playoffs came, right? Jeremy Green, it was green to that stage. Man, these guys are ready now. They're not fucking green to that. They know the pressure. They know a lot more of what it's going to take to get to that cup. These guys are ready, and it's not just Will Barton being ready. It's not just Jokic being ready. Motherfucking Jamal Murray has proven he's ready. He's proven that, right? And now Gary Harris is starting to get back into the flow of things. And guess who might come back in this series post-say yep ass? Will Barton, which is their third best guy. Your motherfucking Lakers are in trouble, buddy. I'm telling you. I do this, Jose. Your Lakers are in trouble. I know basketball, fam. Don't just think I only know boxing. I've been pretty hot on these fucking predictions, dog. I know basketball. I'm telling you, Lakers in trouble. It's no guarantee, but I see the Denver Nuggets taking them out in 6, actually, or less. 6 games. I don't think it goes 7. It might be a shocker, huh? What do you mean, D? Nope. I don't think it goes 7. I think they take them out 4-2. And if it goes 7, then they'll take them out 4-3. That's how I see this series going. But we shall see. LeBron, no more titles for you, Baldy Locks. It's over with. No more titles. Because next year, he can hang that shit up too. The league is too fucking strong. And Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and DeAndre Jordan, I'm amazed to see how that team's going to look next year. Because that boy, Karis LeVert, is already playing like an all-star. Now you're bringing back 2 superstars in the all-star center. Fucking the Brooklyn Nets are going to be fucking terrible next year for any damn team. So I think this was LeBron James' last fucking brouhaha. This was the last chance he had to win a title. Because let's be honest about LeBron James. The motherfucker had 9 chances. He don't really deserve no more. He had 9 chances and you only cashed in 3 times. You don't even really deserve no more. To tell you the truth. No, you don't. Because you had to stack the deck to do it. Nah, bro. They're not going to let LeBron get no more titles. Going to be too many strong teams. This is it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and he wins the championship. Because if the Nuggets don't take him out, I don't really see a team. I think the West wins. That's another thing. I think the West wins the finals this season. Because I think Denver or the Lakers are too strong for Boston or Miami. That's something else. So if the Lakers get past Denver, I don't think Boston or Miami beats them. Not in the finals. And then Denver, I think a better finals would be Denver Nuggets between LeBron just been to the finals too many times. And unless you had a team like that fucking Warriors team, I mean, I don't know. LeBron's been there too many times. The Miami Heat are green as grass going into the finals. So I can't really, the Boston Celtics, they've been down this road before, but Miami Heat green as grass. So if they get to the finals against the Lakers or the Clippers, I think they get put. Boston probably has a better chance. So better finals would be Boston versus the Nuggets. It's actually a chance East or West can win. That's probably the best, most competitive finals in my opinion. But I just think the West is stronger this season, and they have been for a while. So, guys, Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat finals. I said that this is a potential finals in the fucking bubble before any team stepped on the court for the playoffs. I said Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat. Let's see if that prediction is right.
I like that matchup.
Yeah, pretty good matchup. Will be very, very, very exciting final. See if I can.
I really like. To be fair, I really do like this matchup though. This Lakers Nuggets fucking shit, man. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. I personally think whoever wins it all.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. I think the West takes it. So whichever one of these teams wins it, yeah, I'm with you, Mark. I think they win it all. And that's LeBron. He needs it. He needs this because to me, the conversation between him and Jordan is it's been gone. It's dead. So that's just me. You're not gonna pass that, but it just gives his fans something more to talk about. He'll get another championship, but he'll be 40%. So me,
The reason, can I just say the reason why I favor the Nuggets versus the Heat more, because it's just because of the matchups. Jamal Murray versus Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero versus Michael Porter Jr. Sick.
Big
Bam
matchup.
Adebayo against Nikola Jokic, who's just a all-around great center to me.
He's gonna abuse him, bro. He's gonna abuse Bam Adebayo the same. Montrezl Harrell is a great defender. Let's not get it twisted. The dude's a great defender. Jokic was abusing him. Bam Adebayo is not that much better defender. It's better. They may be on the same playing field, Montrezl Harrell and Bam Adebayo, as far as defense.
When you got a strong post game, long way shooter game, and you add the passing to your arsenal, ain't nobody stopping you.
And he's got a turnaround jump shot. One leg like Dirk Nowitzki. He's got that too. Bro, and his fucking 3-point shot is so fucking high arcing. You can't even 7-footers don't block that shit. He throws that shit up so high. Man, Joker is a fucking beast. Only argument for the center close to Joker in the league right now, the only argument that I would accept is Joel Embiid. No other center comes close to Joker. I would accept Joel Embiid as an argument because their weaknesses and strengths counterplay with each other. Joel Embiid low post game is 10 times better than Joker, right? Right. So they got weaknesses and strength. Joel Embiid stronger than Joker. He can shoot as well. Maybe not as well at the 3-point line, but his mid-range shot is good. So that's the only argument is Joel Embiid. But I still put Joker over him for the same reason I put LeBron and these guys over Kawhi Leonard. They don't stay on the floor enough. You know what I mean? You got to be on the floor for me to consider you the best. Joel Embiid's off the floor too much, and so is Kawhi Leonard. So I can't give them, number one over guys who's playing 39 to 42 minutes. Nah, fuck that, bro. So
you better put some fucking respect on Rudy's name, bro. You better put some respect.
Gobert's not in the stratosphere of those two guys. He's a
bro.
center. That's it. That's it. He's not in the stratosphere of those guys. He's nowhere near the passer as Embiid or Joker. He don't shoot the ball like Embiid or Joker. His mid-range game is fucking fluid. So that motherfucker, hell no. But
I was trolling thee.
Oh yeah. Man, don't get me started on that shit, Mark.
You know who I call Rudy Gobert? You know who I call Rudy Gobert? What's his new nickname? Patient Zero.
Yeah, dog. That's a good one. That was a good one for him. What do you think they're gonna look like next year? Utah better get some help, man. They need more of a playmaker than just Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Even if Brown was able to get this chip, he still would be one chip behind. Right. That's what I always say too, Raider. I don't even like the fact that they just shoot LeBron up there talking about LeBron and Jordan. No, that's disrespectful, bro. That's highly disrespectful to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Highly disrespectful. It's highly disrespectful to Bill Russell, one of the greatest winners. Like, what if LeBron?
You could probably say the greatest winner of all time.
Yeah, right. The greatest he is. Yeah, you can say that. And see, so what does LeBron James fans don't get about this? Let's take these championships away from LeBron, but let him keep all of his stats. Let's take the championships away, but let him keep all of these great stats that fucking ESPN keep pointing out. We wouldn't have this discussion. Then his fans will say, yeah, because that means you didn't have any titles. Okay, well, the motherfucker is 33%. You can have all of these stats. You can do great. What is the shit that people are talking about James Harden right now? can't get it done. I mean, he got the great stats. He's offensively great, but he can't get it done. Well, LeBron James is 33%. The ultimate prize is the damn title. It's not putting up a bunch of stats. That's not what teams and coaches and players go for. They go for that cup, that golden trophy. That is the ultimate prize. That defines greatness. You gotta get what fucking. I don't care who you think the greatest boxer is. Didn't he win a damn championship? I don't care who your pick is. Wasn't he a champion? Okay, you gotta be a champion. So you can't tell me a guy that is 33%. The motherfucker had 9 times to do it and only cashed in thrice, 3 times. And then you got this guy over here, Jordan, who has 6 chances to do it, cashed in all 6 times, and guess what else? He was the motherfucking most valuable player of every one of those damn championships, which means he was the guy for sure who took his team to glory. And you're comparing this shit, not to mention, he did it in 14 years, and this motherfucker's still playing and can't reach 6. Get the fuck out of here with that, bro. This dude is not like, how did you just pass Kobe Bryant, who's at 80-something% plus, and going to the finals and cashing in? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who won it with Milwaukee, and then went to the Lakers and won a slew more titles. Stop it. Bill Russell, who's won 11. He's cashed in 11 fucking times. It was just going to skyrocket LeBron James over there because he got 20,000 assists or whatever. Get the fuck out of here with this shit, bro. Like, I think it's disrespectful to those guys who actually accomplished and hit the highest level, bro. When you get that trophy, that's the highest level. You're the champion. There is no higher than that. And so it's a disgrace to me to just thrust him over the greats like Bill Russell, Kareem, fuck, even Larry Bird was fucking amazing. It's disgraceful to me for people to just thrust LeBron over there because of these super inflated fucking stats, bro. Like, nah, I can't.
D, the thing that bugs me is when my generation puts him as the GOAT, right? And you know how they say like this generation is like the participation trophy era? They bring up his stats from like the first or second round of his triple doubles and all that. I'm not trying to hear that. What did he do? Okay, yeah. When I think about these championships, right? I put them in the context of the team he has around him, you know? And I get sick and tired of also hearing that he makes everybody better. Who has he gotten made better in terms of getting a contract going to another team? Who?
Yeah.
You can't say Kyrie Irving because
no.
Motherfucker made the shot in 2016, and he was there before LeBron came back. He was already, something to behold. He was probably considered like the next Allen Iverson when he started out in Cleveland. And that was supposed to be his team. But then when LeBron came back, the whole dynamic changed.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't.
Narrative. It's a BS narrative, bro. And if you think about it like this, if LeBron so much makes players better, right? What the fuck happened with Ingram and Lonzo Ball? Because when they went over to fucking New Orleans, they played way better than they did with LeBron.
Here's my thing as just someone who's like a bit more on the casual side when it comes to basketball and just watching it a little bit every now and then. I've never been really impressed watching LeBron. Is that about like I've never understood how this guy is deemed to be the great. I've seen players just that I think are better than him right now, and over the last couple of years who played better than him. I don't understand why this guy's labeled the best in the world. It's not like Jordan where everyone knew he was the best. He was better than everybody else. I don't see that with this guy. I don't. I seen it with Kobe. Kobe was unreal. I don't see it with this guy.
Mark, they gave Kobe a lot of shit because they called him a Jordan wannabe because of his play style. But LeBron is more like his style is very comparable to Magic Johnson.
Oh, real quick. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just ain't seen this dude in a minute. What's up, Pete? Where you been at, bro? I ain't seen Pete. I'm gonna drop this link just in case you got time to jump up here. Holy shit, bro. That's like a blast from the past, motherfucking Pete.
Yeah, I spoke to Pete for the first time in months the other day. He called me
I
up.
ain't seen Pete in a minute, dog. What's up, Pete? My man, dog. Go ahead, Virtuoso. I'm sorry. I just ain't seen Pete in a long time, dog. Go ahead, Virtuoso. My bad. You can finish, dog. Am I still connected?
Yeah. I gotta go real quick. Thanks for having me on. Peace out, guys. Salute, Mark, Virtuoso, DJF. Congrats, man.
Appreciate you, IBT.
Have a good one.
Peace out.
Yeah, but you can finish up, Virtuoso. Wow, what you were saying, fam.
So yeah, I probably compare it like LeBron is mostly like a sped up version of Magic Johnson and Bernard King in terms of dunking powers. That's the way I look at LeBron. So it's really like not that unique, but yeah, he has incredible court vision, you know, and does look out for the assist.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Percy says it's all bullshit. Logan isn't fight. Hey, if you got a link, drop it in the chat, Percy. I'll put it up and we'll read it and see what they're saying about it. So if you got a link about that, yeah, that's cool. I really don't care if the fight happens or not. I just think that Floyd will make a lot of money and it'll be good for boxing. Pete said LeBron got a 4. LeBron got a 5 head, Pete. He got a 5 head. That damn hairline too far back. He said, "Been everywhere, nowhere at once." D. Hey, I feel that, bro. You in the construction industry, so I definitely feel that because
that hairline's leaning back like fucking Fat Joe, man.
Lean back. That was my shit. Lean back. No, but yeah, when I was in construction, bro, I was all over this fucking country. One year, I went to like 23 fucking states, hitting up every fucking thing all around the place. Even if LeBron wins a ring, he 4 and 6 instead of 3 and 6. No. Brandon, if LeBron wins a ring, he'll be 4 and 10. 4 out of 10. 40%, fam. Right now, he's 3 out of 9. 33%. So if he wins another ring, that only brings him up to 40% of cashing in. You know, all of the other, if you go on the top 10, or at least on a lot of top 10s, nobody's under 50%, bro. Making the finals and cashing, nobody's under 50%. Like they at least won half the time.
Hey, D, what's Jordan at?
Huh?
What's Jordan at?
100. He's 100%. MVP.
Oh, 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That motherfucker didn't miss none. Once he went to the finals, he cashed the fuck in every time.
And how many did he go to, D?
6. Went to
6 for 6.
Won 6. And he was the MVP all 6 times. Like, that's why to me it's like it's no comparison. I'm like, what the fuck?
What was Bill Russell's percentage, D?
80. I was 80. I think it's 13 for 11. He went 13 times. He won 11 times. Is it 80 or 90? Is that 90 percentile or 80? High 80s or 90 percentile. I remember Kareem was 76. Kobe is over 80%. Fucking Elijah Wan is 100%. He went twice. He won fucking twice. Right? Tim Duncan is over 70%. I got him up there. Like LeBron James is the only one at an abysmal 33% cashing in. But his fans want to put everything on the fucking assist and rebound and get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. I don't know.
The way I look at it is the best at anything, the best in the world, the best guys ever. They win the most, don't they?
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. They win. They win the prize. They don't compete and say, "Oh, that's okay, maybe next year." That's not the best ever, dog. That motherfucker LeBron did that 6 times, guys. Oh, that's okay, maybe next year. You got a pat on the back. Oh, runner up. No. That runner up don't make you the best. That makes you a runner up. Oh, man.
Honest question. What did Will Chamberlain do in his career? Because I don't really know much.
Will Chamberlain has records. He won championships, but he was the most dominant center, I would say, in the league ever. He averaged 50.5, 32 rebound fucking season. He scored 100 points in one motherfucking game. Like, this dude has records all over the fucking NBA history, and they ain't gonna be broken. The closest they came to his 100-point game was Kobe Bryant with the 81, but he shot 9 fucking free three-pointers in that game. That's what the fuck Wilt didn't have. A fucking three-pointer. It wasn't no goddamn three-pointer. But he still scored 100. Even Elgin Baylor's 70-some point game was close to Kobe's because he did it without three-pointers. So it's like, it's just stupid to just thrust LeBron up there because he got a bunch of fucking stats, bro. Like, it's a lot of NBA greats that really accomplished some amazing things. You know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's the most disrespectful to me to just thrust LeBron over Kareem. You know, I understand the Kobe argument and other arguments, but to thrust him over Kareem is absolutely irresponsible. Because when we look at basketball in general, I put Kareem over Jordan. And I will tell you guys why I say that. Because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, until Jordan knocked him off the throne, was the best ever collegiate player and NBA player until Jordan came and knocked him off the throne. Jordan was not the best of anything in fucking college. He's not known as the best college player. He wasn't talked about because there was a lot of other college players. Len Bias, who died back then during that time, that if he would have came in the league, a lot of people don't think Jordan may not have reached the stardom that he reached. But let me tell you something about Len Bias. You know, he took a bad drug and he was on his way. Len Bias was way more better of a collegiate player than Michael Jordan. And he probably would have hit the league much harder than Michael Jordan. The thing with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is he reigned as the best college player, no fucking question, and the best NBA player ever. He created an unstoppable shot. That skyhook. That skyhook, that shit was an unstoppable shot. And we just thrust LeBron James over him. This motherfucker is still trying to track down some of Kareem's records without the goddamn titles. It's just disrespectful where they thrust LeBron. And it's not really the fans' fault. It's the media driving this foolery. It's the media driving this foolery. Stephen A. and fucking Max Kellerman and these dumb fucks pushing this narrative like this dude is. What the fuck, bro? No, he's not. No, he is not. Sorry.
But the funny thing is that there's an extreme opposite, and that's the Skip Bayless, who like criticize him at all costs, like at every turn. Like if he misses a triple double, but like okay, like he misses like 2 rebounds off a triple double short.
Yeah,
he's gonna be on his ass.
Virtuoso. Let me tell you why that's fair. I'm gonna tell you why I think that's 100% fair. And if you've been watching basketball long enough, you'll know this. When Jordan would have a 26-point game with only 8 rebounds, he was getting criticized. A fucking 26-point game with 8 rebounds. They were criticized. Jordan didn't have a great game tonight. Are you fucking kidding me? 26 points and 8 rebounds? You know they used to do Jordan like that. So I don't give LeBron no fucking, you know what I mean? They used to do Jordan like that. Who the fuck gets criticized for having a 26.8 rebound game? Oh, he didn't play so well tonight. Because they want to expect to see him 30, 40. And if he perform like that, Jordan, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm LeBron James and this nonsense that they do with him. He's the media darling, bro. He's the media darling. You had this idiot, he knows the sports talking about some, they just trying to keep the league going so LeBron could win a title. That's the most ridiculous shit I ever heard, fam. All of these other billionaire owners that have teams that want to make money for their teams are going to conspire so that LeBron wins. Really? Really?
But
How
D,
stupid is that, man?
But D, we got to ask the question that everybody wants to know. Wilder versus LeBron James in the boxing ring. Who you got?
LeBron.
Hey, D, no lie. A couple years ago on Facebook, somebody did put that.
Oh,
I was like, what kind of casual ass shit is this? And somebody put a comment. It was a picture of LeBron James and Deontay Wilder, and you know they got similar body types and stuff. So like people don't know shit about boxing. They probably would you know they probably didn't even know that he was a boxer. But somebody put it very perfectly. They were like probably the guy who fights for a living. Like,
Right.
come on now, just because they're both
horrible, but you will knock LeBron James clean the fuck out. You know what I mean? But LeBron James is taller and bigger than him. You idiots. Deontay Wilder will knock LeBron James, slam the fuck out, man. Like, stop that nonsense. LeBron James. You know, but that's how much people love him. They really think because he's a tank on the basketball court that he can throw a proper punch on. You know what I mean? That's just dumb. Oh, man, what's up, man? Yeah, Brandon. Brandon said Shannon Sharp looking like a fool with that. Shannon Sharp, listen, that is the perfect matchup, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Because those two are the definition of tomfoolery. They're partners. All right, man, let me get out of here. I got to do some work. Virtuoso, give me some closing thoughts, fam. Let me put the right background on. Virtuoso might be going out. All right. Yeah, we're going to end the show on the bottom. Virtuoso, you there? Bam. All right. Unrivaled. Let me get some closing thoughts, brother.
Yo, thanks for having me on as always. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. I wish you the best of luck in knocking out that Logan Paul kid. I know he's a tough challenge. 200 pounds, 6'1", long reach. For the first round against KSI, he had a jab like Klitschko. You've got all the difficulties. And shout out to the Denver Nuggets, man. I hope they take it off. Take care.
Peace, bro. Appreciate you coming through. All right. Thank Virtuoso. I appreciate you too coming through, Virtuoso. I don't know what happened. But guys, here's what I want to say. I think okay, hold on. Red Glove. You got something you want to crank up right quick, Red?
Oh yeah, but a call came in. That's why I jumped off. But yeah, I heard that you're ending it. But I mean, I don't got no opinion on the basketball stuff other than the Wilder thing that I brought up.
This was the topic, Red. The topic was about Logan Paul and the shit we was talking about on yours.
Yeah, that's what I was about to address right now. With that, I mean, we all know what it is. It is just a money printing machine. It's a cash grab. It's something that, you know, it's for the casual. And I mean, it is what it is. There is an upside though, and I think I heard Virtuoso say this earlier, and that is it is going to bring eyes onto the sport of boxing. So there is an upside. But that's all I gotta say. Peace.
All right, peace. Virtuoso, you back yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Give me some closing thoughts, man. I'm ready to shut it down.
My closing thoughts on this is, you know, whatever helps grow the sport will keep boxing being relevant. Do what you have to do, but like it's only like short term. You know, this fight, it doesn't have a long term effect. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate you for coming through, fam. You know you're always welcome. Always.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, my man. All right, guys. So now I'm gonna clean it up. Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather. I think it's good for boxing. I'm watching the fight. I think it's an absolutely ridiculous fight. Like I said, this dude got 100% on my. I think he wins 100%. 10 fights out of 10, he wins every fucking one of them. This dude don't got a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell, in my opinion. But it's good for the sport of boxing. Gonna bring some attention to us. You know what I mean? Y'all enjoy the fight. Or if y'all don't watch the fight, at least enjoy the undercard. If it happens. I just heard somebody said it might not happen. Well, I don't give a shit if it happens or not. But if it does, enjoy it. And it'll be a big thing. Appreciate all y'all coming through. Y'all know how I always end this thing. for the love of sports. Talk about it. Peace.